So we're recording. We're live. The Metal
Yes,
Podcast.
indeed.
I'm Wolfman Dave.
I'm Pascual.
I'm Eli.
Hells yeah. Now, we were having some technical difficulties, to say the least. On going live. So we're just doing this the old-fashioned way.
We should have been like, what's his name? Cooper. Fuck it, I'll do it live.
Which Cooper?
I always forget his name. O'Reilly.
Shit.
From the either like CNN News.
Oh, where he's like throwing a fit.
Yeah, where he's throwing the fucking fit. He's like, fuck it, I'll do it live.
Yeah. He didn't know he was being recorded.
Yeah. Bill O'Reilly.
Oh, okay.
Bill O'Reilly,
All right,
yeah.
I got you.
He's just like yelling at everyone and stuff.
Yeah, man, he's all cussing everybody out and shit.
What a dick.
Fucking psycho. Now he's selling gold.
Oh
Is that
God.
right?
He does gold infomercials now.
What the fuck? So yeah, we decided, fuck that. We're just gonna go ahead and go do our normal, I guess our normal podcast. I guess.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I think I wanted to talk about is, how did you see this year? How was it different this year musically from before?
I always have a hard time like kind of differentiating that. Like I spent a while going, oh, this is kind of a disappointing year, but I think it was because I just wasn't really paying attention. And then I started paying attention just like this month. And I was like, okay, there's a lot of good stuff. Some of like my favorite like older bands kind of put out weak albums, but some other people put out really, really, really good albums. So I don't know if I can say there's more quality or less, but there was enough.
I agree. I think there was. I did put my worst album of the year. I marked it as Dark Thrones.
Yeah.
The Astral.
That album really grew on me.
Did it?
Yeah, I kind of like it more and more.
It was too unfocused.
Yeah.
It was too. It was
Too
just
doomy,
meandered.
maybe.
It just meandered too
I think
much.
the only solid song was what, that Satan or what?
I don't remember, but
I like the first song a lot. The first song just sounds like kind of like Viking Bathory. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I know, and I feel like that's what they were kind of going for. But then once they released, once I saw that title for that song, "The Sea Beneath the Sea of Seas," or something like that.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, I'm not sure if they're just trying to Monty Python themselves. I'm not sure what's happening here.
Yeah. No, you're not the only one I've heard say that. I know, actually, I don't think I've heard anyone yet say that they loved it. So I was actually surprised by how much I liked it.
Yeah.
It didn't make my top 15 though.
Oh, did it?
No, but I liked it for what it was, more than I thought I would.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, so for the year, I mean, I had, to me, has been the I want to say one of the better years, because there's been so much music out there.
Yeah.
And I initially had a top 40. So
Dang.
we talked about that.
Yeah.
So I tweaked it and I made it so that it was a top 25.
Yeah.
Then I ended up doing the top 10, not top 10, 25 through 16.
Yeah.
Podcast, like last week, I think.
Last week,
Yeah.
So now we're down to the 15. Really, the first out of the 15, really the first 10 are just like, they can be in any order.
Yeah.
The last 5 for me are like the most,
yeah,
like the top albums of the.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how you guys want to do this, or we should just go in order. And also, I wanted to try something different. I wanted to try to show the album cover as I'm putting mine through.
Cool.
As far as I understand, you have all your albums like physical media, right?
I actually ended up hearing quite a few on that made my list that I haven't bought yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
No big deal. You have everything ready?
Yeah, I got everything.
So yeah, I also wanted to point out really quick is that I kind of feel like now we're getting to see a lot of those bands who were during the whole COVID phase. I think really putting their juices, creative juices together.
That isolation helped.
Isolation might have helped in this case, but
Yeah.
I mean, it
True.
ruined a lot of bands that they don't exist anymore. I think so.
Yeah.
That kind of fucking financially.
True.
Um,
They can always come back though.
I mean, the one band that I know that I was really upset was Anathema. They broke up, and now they're going. I mean, I think the guitarist is going through.
Yeah, I was gonna say what might be part of that is what's his name, Andrew, whatever. He's got like a bunch of like pretty bad allegations coming forth.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, like don't quote me, but something to do with women. Like I think he's done some bad stuff. It seems like, and it's he's getting some heat for it. So he might have just left the band or broke the band up so he doesn't drag everyone down with him because it's looking pretty bad.
Yeah, because they continued without him. I think Weather Systems. I think they're.
Oh, okay.
I think they're calling themselves Weather Systems.
Oh, okay.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm sure after this, or even already, maybe they probably don't want to be associated with him anymore because it's not going to be good.
No.
Right. No, yeah.
Mhm.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna grab a beer.
It's always a bummer when that happens, when it's someone you really like too. You're like, oh shit.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I mean,
I didn't know they were a piece of shit.
yeah. You heard that with. I mean, it's a different case, I guess. With Agalock, they broke up.
Yeah. Inquisition.
See, I didn't know about them. Or
You didn't. You never heard Inquisition?
Oh, I heard Inquisition, but I never heard any bad allegations.
You didn't hear any about that? Oh my gosh.
Oh, what happened?
Wow, it was pretty widespread for a while. Well, it turns out the singer Dagon, he's like into like child porn and stuff. So
oh shit.
Yeah.
Rough shit.
Not good.
Oh.
Good. Yeah.
Holy
There's
fuck.
you can look into it maybe later, but you won't be able to look at him the same after that.
What the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't like assault anyone, but he just had, he had the pornography. He's got an issue with that, I guess. So
yeah. At one point, there's levels of what's fucked up, and
yeah, he's kind of started to come out and address it. He's still being really careful with his words and stuff, but he's basically just trying to say like, yeah, I guess I do kind of have a problem. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to talk about it either, but it's like
it's a bit of a problem.
When you're a band that's that big, you almost kind of have to.
Yeah, and then I know that happened. The same sort of thing happened with the guitarist of Manowar.
Oh yeah, no, I think he actually was like a molester.
No, he was he was
right?
a molester. Yeah,
I think he's in prison right now. Actually,
yeah, I think so.
Probably for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was fucking.
At least he wasn't an original member, though.
Well, it's true. Yeah.
So that's a plus. I've heard a lot of those guys are assholes anyway, but
I mean, I think if when you're that caliber of a band where like they're like a legendary band,
Yeah.
I think like they're probably who's worse, right? Megadeth, Dave Mustaine, or the guys in Manowar?
Yeah.
Because they're all pompous assholes,
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
And they're not even. I mean, I think their first half of their career where they were fucking great, then that was kind of it,
Oh yeah, big time. I like those.
But those early albums are fucking outstanding either way.
They are. Great. Yeah, it's true. I even really liked one of their later albums, Gods of War. I thought that album was great.
Gods of War.
It's not. I mean, I think it's like 2008 or 9 or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's still pretty recent, comparatively.
I have. I think I go up to. Is it Warriors? Warriors of Metal?
Kings of Metal?
Kings of Metal. Well, there's 90. It's like 90.
Or Warriors of the World.
Warriors of the World.
Yeah. Gods of War was from 2007. It looks like. I really liked it.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Their early stuff, so they're fucking yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Hail to England.
Yeah.
Into Glory, Ride, Sign of the Hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
So does anybody who wants to go first? Because actually, hold on. Yeah. Who wants to go first? We'll go with that.
Jeez, I don't know. You choose.
Yeah, you choose.
I'm at the top, so do you want to start with me and just go clockwise? So it'd be
Sure.
me, Pascual, and then you. At least that's how it looks on my screen. Your screen might look different.
Yeah. Yeah, go
I'm
for it.
I'm like up at the 12 o'clock hour here.
You're on the left side here, so go for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. All our screens look different.
Yeah.
So mine, yeah. So this might be the first year that I have a lot of, well, not a lot, but I have several non-metal bands. This is probably the first time. Well, maybe not the first time. Yeah, this is probably the first time I have at least. Well, one of them is debatable, but anyways, I have some non-metal here, which is cool. And I'm going to start off with Dave. You could probably guess what my number one's going to be already. So
Yeah.
I think I've already told you, or else you could have guessed anyways. But I'm going to go with Devin Townsend, Lightwork/Night Work. I only really started to become like a serious Devin Townsend fan. I think it was just this year.
Yeah.
And I just haven't anticipated an album like this in a long time. Like as he was putting out those singles, I was just going crazy. I just loved every single one of them, and the album definitely didn't disappoint. Seems to be a hit or miss though with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Some people love it, and some people are like, I don't like that at all.
It grew on me. Like,
did it?
With 2-3 listens, I finally I really appreciate what it is.
Yeah, it grew on me too. I ended up liking it.
I think you got to turn off any expectations.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
I think it was easier for me though, because I'm not really a big fan of his heavier stuff. I like his more introspective type stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even really want to hear him do like brutal music anymore. But some people are like, that's all they want to hear, which I get it. If you jumped on with like Strapping Young Lad, you're like, that's what I like from him. So I can see some of those people have struggled to stick with him. But I wasn't really super into Strapping Young Lad, and I mean, I think he does heavy music well, but I think he excels with more, emotional stuff. Because I started listening to the more softer albums, so for me, this was like a pretty easy thing to get into. It's kind of almost like right what I wanted.
Right.
And I also realized that one thing that I've been missing for the last maybe a long time now, is I haven't been like listening to an album repeatedly. I would just like give it 1 or 2 listens instead of letting it breathe. I listened to this like probably 9 or 10 times, which I don't usually do. And I think if I just listened to it one time and then just never again, I would probably just be like, yeah, that was okay.
Right.
But some albums need more time.
Now, is this your top album or is this your?
Oh shit, were we starting at the bottom?
I thought we're starting from 15 or
of course.
Oh
shit, I'm sorry. I think my cold it's just fried my brain.
Well, so excited to talk about light work.
Well, we'll just skip my number one then when we get back to me. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, I'll make it quick then.
I was like, he's like, fuck something else. He's like, it's light work.
No, but I was asking because I was like, I wonder if something changed. You know what I mean? Like something else took it.
Yeah, that could have happened.
So that's when I was like, okay, we're going that or.
All right, I'll make my 15 quick then.
Okay.
But this was another surprising band or album, because like I've liked this band for a long time, but I also think that over the last 10 or 15 years, they've put out some albums that were just kind of okay. So the new album from Belphegor, The Devils, I thought was really, really strong. I think it's one of their best albums.
Yeah.
I was like taken by how good it was. I know a lot of people like they have a lot of fans, but a lot of people, they're way too over the top for some people. I get that. They're almost like the Man-O-War of like black death metal. Like they're very, I don't think they mean at all to come off that way. I think they probably think they're super serious, but it's some of their stuff's pretty cheesy. But the songwriting was just so good. I was just really surprised by how good it was. So yeah, Belphegor, the Devils.
Haven't heard.
It's actually pretty good.
I seen the cover, but I've not heard it yet.
It's actually some of the best shit I think since what, like their 2015 or 2014 album. I forgot what it is, but it's actually some of the most solid shit they've done in a while.
Yeah, it's hard to do for a band that's been around that long, you know.
Yeah.
For them to, so it was pretty
Re-released
admirable.
old albums too.
Yeah, they have quite a few.
You're next.
My next.
Mhm.
My next. So my 15th is Cosmic Putrefaction, Crepuscular Dirge for the Blessed Ones. These dudes are fucking different. They're not your typical fucking blood and guts death metal. They're like all interstellar travel and all kinds of crazy shit.
I think the cover is like
I like that.
Like a theater.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a theater. Curtains,
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're just different. I really enjoy how heavy they are and melodic. So
I was listening to them because I was going through different lists that people made online, and I was like, to see what I missed. Maybe there's other stuff out there that I had missed.
Yeah,
and I saw it on there, and it was funny because when I heard it, I was like, "Yep, this is not for me." And then I was like,
cover art
"It's gonna
is
be for
crazy."
you."
yeah. Yep. Because I'm fucking, I go way left or way right on a lot of the shit I like. So, but no, it's really enjoyable. It's a short.
All one guy too. It looks like.
Yeah.
Looking at it right now.
So yep. Give that shit a listen.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, it's good.
I've heard the name. I've heard the name, but I need to, and I've heard all really good things. So
yeah, their previous album was really good too. I think it's a little bit heavier than the new one.
Okay.
But I think for me, the new one is a little bit more melodic. A little bit.
Okay. A little more melody going on.
A little bit more well written. The last one is just straight up fucking heavy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one's like it talks about an asteroid and apocalypse coming to whatever planet or whatever.
Oh dang.
It's pretty good. It's like a little story.
I like when you could do that. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. I'm gonna get that one.
So my next one, and I think it might be on your list, Eli.
Yeah. Oh man.
Sometimes,
So good.
Dream Killer. I felt like this album was super sometimes dreamy, sometimes this 80s there's this 80s gothness to it. Obviously this is a side project from the guys from Eternal Champions. So I mean I had not heard them before, and someone mentioned to me in a conversation, and I was like, Summerlands, I like the name, that sounds pretty cool, right? So went ahead and checked this album out. Fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
It does cover a little bit of everything though, in terms of traditional heavy metal, but it also just covers that whole 80s almost. I guess because of the voice, right? His vocals have this sort of haunting, sort of gothy sort of way of
like
going.
Al Jorgensen during his
early stuff?
Early stuff.
I mean, it could be. I don't remember how that sounds, but I mean, he only did one album, right?
Yeah, that Sympathy or whatever the hell it's called.
But yeah, it's a fucking great album, dude. I mean,
yeah, I really like it.
And they're American too. They're off Relapse Records.
Aren't they from Texas, or am I thinking of Eternal Champion are from Texas? I know they share some members with Eternal Champion.
Yeah, they have 3 members out of 4.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know where.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Eternal Champion. But yeah, I like it. No, it looks like they're based out of Pennsylvania, I guess.
Oh yeah, it is Philadelphia.
Nice.
Yeah. and I was saying that I think the name was derived from Fields of the Niflheim.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
One of their songs. I think that's where they got it from.
Yeah, that would make sense.
The art The cover art is pretty badass too.
Yeah,
It is. Yeah, it's really cool.
it's just weird because it doesn't go with how they sound.
But that fucking cover art, I mean, it looks very 80s.
Yeah, it's
like an 80s movie cover.
Yeah, it actually fits. It's weird. It's one of those weird ones. Yeah. All right.
True. It looks like it could be like a Scorpions album cover or something.
There you go. Yeah.
Something like that.
I never thought about that. Okay. So my number 14, I'm gonna go for a Storm Ruler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I liked this band from their last album. I haven't bought this new one yet, but Sacred Rites and Black Magic. I'm gonna buy it though. I think it's better. I liked their first one a lot, but I think this one's even better.
Yes.
Just such good melodic black metal. If you like Dissection and
Yep.
Nagelfar and stuff like that, it's so well written, and the riffs, the musicianship is super good, and it's for that type of melodic black metal. I think this is one of the better ones that I've heard in a long time, and I'm still surprised by how few people I see talking about this band.
And they're from St. Louis.
Yeah, I mean, they got all the right things going for them. They have that, they're on Napalm Records, so they have good distribution and good what do you call it, promotion, and I think they're gonna catch on.
Not only that, the fucking killer artwork.
Yeah,
It's fucking great. The colors, the blue, that yellow, gold, whatever that color. I mean, it works all together really well.
Even the artwork this time I think is better than the first one.
Yeah, it is. I agree. The other one was really cool too, though. But yeah, this one's.
I'm looking to see if it's got to be a different artist. No, it's the same guy.
Same dude.
Yeah, same guy did both albums. But yeah, I think this is one of those albums that I'll definitely be listening to more. I'm not just gonna put it down now that it's the year is over. I'm gonna keep listening to it, and I think I seem to like it more every time I hear it.
Yeah,
gotta check that out.
Yeah,
yeah, because I love me some black metal.
Yeah,
go for it, man.
Okay, my next one is White Ward, False Light.
Mm-hmm.
Band out of Ukraine,
mm-hmm.
Ukrainian black metal, with Dave's favorite instrument, the sax. But the way they use the sax is not as blatant as bands like Rivers of Nil, which, they abuse the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
And I think it's almost like comical how they use it. And actually going back and listening to some Rivers of Nil, they're really not that good. Yeah. They're really not that good. I kind of blindly liked them for a little bit because I like strange fucking music.
Yeah.
But really, like, now listening to White Ward and then going back through their catalog,
not aging well with you.
yeah. Rivers of Nil didn't really age well with me, but the way White Ward uses the sax is, I think they place it in the proper place.
Yeah.
Song, and it's always like in a real dreamy part or a badass breakdown or whatever. It's not throughout the whole fucking song.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
But they're fucking amazing band. I mean, if you
I need to check this album out. I listened to their earlier stuff and I liked it, and I totally forgot. So
I freaking really like their old stuff. Good songs. I think the top songs off this album are like Leviathan and Kronos.
Cool.
Those are the best songs off that album, but it's a long album, so it's about an hour and 6 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a good we're taking a nice trip. It's a good fucking album because it has a lot of energy.
I think more people are talking about this album than they have about any of their other stuff. So
I think so too. They're on a shit ton of lists, dude.
Yeah, they are.
They are, dude. Yeah. And actually, this album's great, but the one that they had, Futility Report, I think that's the best album to me.
Okay, cool.
False Light is really good. It's very progressive. You can tell they put money into this album because the sound quality is so good. It's really good. So definitely worth a listen.
Right on. Yeah. For me, I'm not a big fan of too much of like what I call death gaze or shit gaze or like
black gaze.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah.
I have to be in the mood for it.
That's like my shit all the time.
Because I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But I have to be in the mood. So it's like, it's cool to hear all this stuff happening or whatever, taking their time, and then it gets into it and everything. And then after a while, I'm just like, I want to do something else, you know. Like, I want to make a sandwich.
Yeah.
I want something different now. But yeah, they're on a ton of lists, dude, and they're gonna win. I'm pretty sure they're gonna win on a lot of different.
I hope so.
They're gonna be number one on a lot of different people's lists. I know.
I think you're right.
So, and then Ukraine, even better.
Oh, yeah.
So my 14th pick, and then I guess before we get into that 100%, I wanted to go. Did you guys have honorable mentions?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I picked a few.
Okay, I'm gonna go quickly through mine. So my honorable mentions. For me, this is more in terms of albums that are good, but I on some of them didn't spend too much time with.
Yeah, same here.
That I should have, but I recognize that they're fucking awesome. Kings of America, actually Kings of America, that's their self-titled album. Fucking killer traditional heavy metal. I believe it's the guitarist from Fate's Warning. I forgot his name.
Oh, Jim Matheos?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, I mean, I haven't heard it.
Yeah, Kings of America, fucking great, dude. Again, super catchy. You want to call it melodic hard rock or just traditional heavy metal? Really good.
Okay.
Devin Townsend with Lighthouse. That was my other honorable mention.
Yep, same here.
Number 3, Seor, with Origins. These guys are playing this Celtic folk metal.
Oh yes.
I'm not even sure if Celtic is the right word. If they're Scottish, can that be the same?
Yeah, Scottish.
And they have a lot of those instruments in there, and they have this
a lot of wind instruments.
Yeah, what I love about them is that they have this sort of almost like I don't want to say dark metal, but like this like ecologue sort of vibe going for them.
Yeah.
Very majestic and epic too.
Yeah, exactly. Very epic, very emotional. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Zeke Sky, Intergalactic Demon Hell. This one's fucking outstanding because I tell everybody, and everybody says I'm full of shit or I'm stupid or whatever. But Zeke Sky sounds like if Devin Townsend fucked himself and had a baby. So if Devin fucked Strappy Young Lad and had a baby,
yeah,
it's a mix of Devin, his solos work, and Strappy Young Lad, the two.
Okay.
It's so weird. It's so the weirdest thing. With like a little bit of punk.
Oh, cool.
You know, it's fun.
So Punky Brewster.
It's almost like it's fun. The next one, Rising Steel, Beyond the Gates of Hell, another traditional thrashy heavy metal band. From India, I believe. Demonic Resurrection, Decades of Darkness, another great band, super fucking technical death metal. Amorphous with Halo.
Yeah.
Evergrey, A Heartless Portrait. I didn't spend as much time as this one as that I wanted to, but I really liked what I heard. So they had a lot.
I missed out on that one.
Yeah, Evergrey is always going to be a top tier band, anyways.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Blind Guardian, The God Machine.
Heard a lot of good things about that.
Yeah, same. I did a few run throughs, but it didn't stick with me like those other albums that I have on my top 25.
Yeah.
And then Dream Unending, Song of Salvation. Dream Unending have this amazing sort of doom.
Doom death
shit going on. Really fucking good, dude.
Always like
I missed that one. I liked their last album a lot, but this one I missed on.
Yeah, there's something about this album that I think, Eli, you're gonna enjoy. You're gonna keep going. Once you get onto it, you're gonna really be going in there.
What was that?
Cool.
Dream Unending.
Dream Unending.
Yeah,
right, cool.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, it's okay. So those were my honorable mentions.
I'll just go through mine really quick, and
Yeah, go
they're
for
not in an order. I liked the second EP from Moonlight Sorcery. A lot of people are talking about them.
Dude, their first two, I mean, those two are fucking great, man.
Yeah, it's funny they put out 2 EPs in the same year.
Should've
And
just
the first one I was like, oh, this is pretty good. But
Yeah.
I liked the second one I liked a lot more.
Really good, dude.
Sounds very Finnish, like
Yeah.
it's like black metal mixed with like Ensiferum and stuff like that. And I did not see that coming at all. It was so much more like melodic guitar solos, like Winter Sun and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But black metal. So I know a lot of people are into that. It's pretty good. I like it. At first, I was like, nah, I don't care for this.
And the cover art too, man. It's so fucking 80s, man. It's
amazing covers. Yeah, and the new Psy album. I think it's awesome, but I only listened one time. And I didn't buy it. I only listened to once, like not even a week ago. Psy lost me some years back. They just started to get way too weird.
So avant-garde.
They lost me, like in the early, maybe 2012 or something like that.
Yeah,
and I kind of just ignored them. But yeah, this one is more of a return to just like rocking like heavy metal with black metal elements, and like they got this drummer, like this drummer that plays with like Fear Factory, and this is like a drum clinic.
Oh, Mike Keller.
There is so much drum shit going on here, and not just drums but percussion.
Yeah.
This is almost a percussion based album. It sounds like a drum teacher just doing a clinic with music, other music played over it.
Yeah.
But it's so much more straightforward than they've been in a long time. And then the new Woods of Desolation album. I've always really liked them, but had I got this earlier, I think it would have made my top 10. But
that's a cool name. I've not heard that.
Yeah, from Australia. Yeah, I just can't say for sure. And then Innumerable Forms, doom death band. Really loved their first album from a couple of years back. They're from the US. This one is much more, even way more doom death, like 90s doom death. Their first one was more death metal, but kind of slow. But now it's just they're just straight on 90s doom death, and it's really good. Nice. Other than that, though, I liked stuff from I like the new Goat Horror album. The new Watain album was pretty good. Exhumed. Autopsy was okay.
It was all right.
Yeah, the Drook album was good. And one of my favorite bands that I just didn't spend enough time with, Nocturnal Graves album from this year, should be on my top 10, but I just didn't listen to it enough. New Death Spell Omega.
Another Australian.
Yeah, and then Vampira Noct from Greece. They're amazing, but I just didn't spend enough time with it. Yeah, so a lot of those probably could have made a top 10. So I'm bummed I didn't spend more time with them, but you can't. What can you do?
There's always a part 2, man.
Yeah, what can you do?
All right, so mine was of course Devin Townsend's Light Work. Enjoyed it. The new Machine Head was pretty good. Of Kingdom and Crown, it was pretty much a return to form for them. A little bit was like what's it called, The Blackening?
Oh yeah,
in that realm. And
it sounded good, like it sounded really powerful.
It was real powerful.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people really didn't like this, but the Ibaraki Rashomon, the Ifi and Emperor, I kind of enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was pretty cool. But I just never went back to listen to it. Cold World Isolation, I just really wasn't that depressed this year. So I really listened to a lot of Cold World this year. And then a band that about 3-4 years ago was like our top album of the year, Wilderun's Epigon.
Oh yeah,
it was a good album, but I haven't returned to it like Veil of Imagination.
Yeah, there's not quite something like Veil of Imagination.
Yeah,
I don't think they could top that again.
No.
So we'll see.
And then the next one, my last one, would be the Antichrist Imperium. Their volume.
They're cool.
Original Glory. For fans of Acrocock.
Yeah.
I would definitely give them a listen to.
Nice.
Another band that I found the album too late, but The Grower.
Okay.
Really good.
The album cover is crazy.
And all the demons.
They're a cool band. Yeah, I like it a lot.
They're having their way. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't hear that album.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. It has a very aqua cock.
Yeah, that's why I like it so much.
That's
So,
cool.
Definitely a good listen, man.
Right on, fellas. I'm glad we actually were able to get our honorable mentions out of the way. So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
what's
I
good
love
about it is I think this is gonna it comes down to it being our favorite albums of the year, and instead of being like the all hammered down, this are the the definitive albums of the year, and
Yeah,
that's when people start having problems and stuff like that.
yeah,
Which in case I always encourage everyone to, what are your albums, right? Like, what are your albums that you liked and you enjoyed? Did we share any? What do we have in common? What don't we have in common?
It'll be rare to share any of the same ones.
I think we're gonna have quite a few.
The top ones, maybe.
Yeah. I think for me, I'm gonna be kind of alone in a few things because.
Me too.
But that's what's good about this is that we all have different tastes.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's why I kind of wanted to have all three of us on this one.
yeah.
So my number 14th pick would be Autonesis Moon of Foul Magics. Now let me see if I can get this one going. Here we go.
Well, that's cool.
This one is a straight up melodic death metal album. Blackened, I guess melodic blackened death. And I have never heard of these guys before, ever. Super fucking cool. And you get what you're gonna get yourself into. You see what you I think there's, let me see.
That cover looks like a blood incantation kind
It has that, it's like
it does.
like a comment or just something weird. But the title track itself, that's what fucking ended up getting me, dude. Moon of Foul Magics, and I know there are some people who are complaining about it, that it's not their strongest or whatever, and I'm like, I think that's their only album. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Are you serious?
Let me check.
How do you spell that? How do you spell that name?
Otto. So it's Otto, and then N-O.
N-O.
E-S-I-S.
No wonder. I was not spelling. I guess they have two albums.
Autonoesis. And then for me, my understanding is that Autonoesis, it's like you're aware of like yourself in the cosmos, or you're aware, something like that.
Awesome blood and
being aware of it has some sort of weird definition.
Sounds cool to me.
Yeah, I think this is a sleeper. If you're into melodic death metal, definitely. And again, took me by surprise. Never heard of any of these people, and actually, they don't even list anybody.
Right.
I'm not sure if they're just trying to keep it as hush.
Hush.
But what's interesting is they're also independent. No record label. So that is my 14th pick. I totally recommend this one. And it's
I'll look into that one.
Nice little adventure.
Cool. Yeah, I'm sold. All right, my number 13. I'm gonna go for the new. Well, they're all new. I'm gonna go for Midnight.
Nice.
What was this album called? This is called Let There Be Witchery. I've been a Midnight fan for a long time, like since before they even ever put out an album, or I should say. It's just one guy.
Yeah.
So I've been a fan since the days of he was just doing demos and EPs, and I still think that's some of his best stuff. But his first album was really good. Second album was not as good, but pretty good still. Then I feel like the third album I wasn't as into, and then the last album was he started getting.
Midnight. Which is that album?
Which the first one?
Total Fucking Midnight.
Total Fucking Midnight is the I think that's a compilation of some of his early stuff. And that's some of his best.
That's the first album I ever, or first.
That's a good place to start. Yeah, that's definitely some of his best stuff. But I feel like this album from this year is returned to being really strong. I mean, he hasn't done anything bad, but I feel like this is his strongest album in a long time. The last one was really good too, but I feel like this album is better. It's just, I think it was maybe a little bit heavier sounding, a little bit more aggressive. And I feel like Midnight can appeal to so many different people. I feel like old metal fans could like it. A lot of younger metal fans really like Midnight, which I'm kind of
noticed that.
thinking, I don't understand why, but yeah, anyone that's into like Motorhead or Venom or Bathory or any of that, or God, almost any kind of metal,
It's
I
a
feel like,
mixture of all those, huh?
yeah, I feel like there's almost, if you're into any like old heavy metal that I see no reason why someone wouldn't be into Midnight. It's just
No,
that.
and they're great too because it's like, they use like masks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they have like alter egos or different names, I believe.
Okay.
It's kind of like Ghost, where it's only one guy, and then he just has guys play live with him. And
homies will come in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he doesn't usually say who they are. It could be. I mean, I think he's had a number of different people playing with him.
Are they from Chicago? Or is he from Chicago?
Cleveland. Yeah, and so in Cleveland, there's no shortage of metal musicians. So
true.
I mean, he's got different guys playing with him all the time. But at the end of the day, he writes 100% of the music. Writes it, records, just like with Ghost, he writes it and records it all himself. Yeah, it's his baby. I think he's too attached to it. I don't think he wants any band members.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see the Drew Carey Show cover. What is it? The Cleveland Rocks.
Cleveland Rocks, yeah. But yeah, I feel like this is some of his strongest material that he's done so far.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
then I'll check that out because that's always fun. Like it's always just
yeah.
Especially when you're driving.
Yeah, totally.
What you got?
So my next one is Pestilent Hex, The Ashen Aberrance, symphonic black metal. I stumbled on these guys by accident.
Damn.
I love when that happens.
Yeah,
I know. I'm looking into it right now. I'm already kind of sold.
Yeah, man, they're symphonic black metal. They do have some pretty badass breakdowns where some really clean blast beats. It's black metal with great production. Like it's not recorded on a Casio fucking recorder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Necro. That's really good. All the
clear production.
All the song names are literally the album name with chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3.
Oh. Yeah, and I see they're from Finland, and the record label they're on, I'm a big fan of too. So I already want to hear this.
Yeah. So it's
The Ashen Abhorrence.
Yeah, Ashen Abhorrence. My favorite song on it is chapter 3, which is a third song.
Yeah. Okay.
For fans of symphonic black metal, I mean, this is good for you.
I love symphonic black metal.
Yeah, me too, dude. I'm a hardcore.
I'm glad to see it kind of make it a comeback because it was like
it
used to be huge, and no one did it for a long time, and now it's coming back.
I think everyone was doing the Black and Death sound.
That and like that more occult style black metal, which got kind of old really fast.
Yes, yeah. But there's really not much to say except listen to it. It's a really good album. It's heavy as fuck.
I can't wait to hear this.
There's a couple of songs that hit the 8 to 9 minute mark, so it's pretty good.
Damn, I can't believe this one slipped past me.
I like a lot of black metal, so cheers. So I usually try to. It really has to grab me for me to really speak highly of it because like we said, necro sound or
because there's so much out there to listen to,
Yeah, exactly, man.
If something doesn't stand out, it's like, why am I going to waste my time on this?
Yep. Exactly.
A lot of competition. It's got to be hard to be a band nowadays, though.
Fuck yeah.
How do you hold someone's attention for extended periods of time?
Yep, exactly.
You got to do something good.
Yeah, it has to be standout.
Yeah.
But especially now.
Yeah, especially now.
Yeah.
All right, so I think I have this next one. I'm hoping it's on your list, Eli.
We'll see.
So this next one is High Command, Eclipse of the Dual Moons. This is an American Massachusetts area.
Oh, see, I didn't hear this album.
So this is like the thrash metal dream, I think, like for those who really love thrash metal, because there's tendencies, there's always an obvious love to Slayer,
Yeah.
but like late 80s Slayer, not early,
the Chapel.
no, late 80s.
Oh, okay.
Like late slow Slayer.
Slow Slayer.
Yeah, not fast Slayer.
Do they sound kind of like that one band? What's his name? The young guy that died a year or two ago? What's that?
Power Trip?
Yeah, are they kind of Power Trip sounding?
Not at all.
Oh, okay, because I heard their last album, but I guess I didn't listen to it a lot, and I can't remember. I remember it was thrash metal or something.
Well, it's thrash, dude, but
Okay.
it's like thin. It's not overly heavy, overly bearing, fucking fast, always fucking just, it's kind of like
Suicidal.
Think like Kill 'Em All.
Oh,
Think
Cool.
with like the aggressiveness, vocally the aggressiveness of European thrash metal, Sodom, Destruction, those sort of vocals with like slower thrash metal, but with fucking amazing riffs.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Really fucking classy is what I would say. Like,
So mid-paced thrash metal.
Yeah, like really mid-paced.
Chunky. Cool.
Yeah, but they don't go too like, I don't know how to explain it, but they're fucking amazing, dude.
Oh yeah, so it looks like it was their demo that I heard from 2016, and it was really good.
Yeah, so this is, I mean, for any sort of thrasher out there who's like, oh, I miss old school thrash, this is fucking outstanding.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be at all bummed. I mean, unless you're like those new thrash dudes who just want everything fucking fast all the time. Yeah, you're not gonna enjoy it. But
I love like mid-paced thrash metal when they just those really chunky riff, like what Megadeth used to do early. Megadeth. That's perfect. Where it's just like chunky mid-paced. Yeah. Doesn't have to be super fast or super slow or anything, but yeah.
What I love about their tone though is, and it's the guitar tone, is it almost has that old school Marshall fucking really, that guitar tone that Metallica was using in their Kill 'Em All album. Now, I don't know what amps they're using or whatever the fuck they were using. I still don't know to this day, but I mean, it has those.
It just hits the spot.
Yeah, it's perfect, man. And I don't know. High Command, dude. Yeah. They deserve some attention.
I need to jump back on because, like I said, I haven't heard them since the demo.
The Death Dealer
and the cover art again, fucking killer, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn, it looks like some kind of a scene from a movie or something.
Yeah, dude.
Like a Molly Hatchet album.
Yeah.
Frank Frazetta.
Yeah. Totally. Damn, yeah. I'm taking notes tonight. I'm sure everyone will be though.
I'll send you my list, dude. I'll send you my list.
Yeah, that would be easier so I don't forget.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm on number 12. So I'm gonna go with Omen Filth from were they from the Philippines? I've been listening to this band since their second album from 2018. And they just seem to get overlooked way too often. I think maybe it's because they're from the Philippines. One of the members is in a band called Pathogen, a death metal band, and they've kind of got some exposure.
Yeah.
But Omen Filth, I feel like they just haven't broke through to the like people. Some people have heard them, but not enough. At least on this album, they kind of sound like sounds like Sons of Northern Darkness, Immortal.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I feel like their earlier stuff was a little bit more Greek sounding, but yeah, this is Immortal sounding to me, and it's super good. I think it's their fourth album.
What are they called?
Fourth album. Omen Filth, one word.
Filth.
Yeah.
That sounds
so
good.
Yeah, I think that it might just be because they haven't got on a label yet that has really good promotion and distribution. So I think if they could get like on Season of Mist or something like that, they'd blow up.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, and they've only been a band for almost 10 years now. I hope they can get on a bigger label. I think that's what they need because they're good enough. They're good enough to do bigger things.
I wonder if bands want that now these days, though.
I don't know.
Yeah, despite everything I just said, maybe they don't want that,
Yeah.
I think they like being in control of their own destiny,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, that's very true.
It's just interesting.
That is.
maybe they're they might be totally content with where they're at.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
So my next one would be the Halo Effect, Days of the Lost. The only thing I hate about this fucking album, it's too fucking short.
Yep.
It's too fucking short.
Yeah.
But dude, it is such a great album. Good mixture of Dark Tranquility and
In Flames.
In Flames.
It is good to see Jesper back, man.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, that's the guitarist that was in Flames, that was in Flames, in Flames,
and
Founding member, I think, too.
Yeah, and he made them sound
way better.
the way they were.
Yeah.
So when he left, he made Dimension Zero, which is another fucking great band, by the way, another melodic death metal band. And he kind of just disappeared. He did a couple of other projects, and he just kind of bounced around. And right now he's in recovery for alcohol, which I think I don't know if he's already finished or he's like, I think he might be already finished.
Yeah, he might be.
But good for him, for
yeah.
My bad. I just wanted to
you're good.
cover that for
anybody. No, you're good. Like I say, I'm out from song to song to song. I mean, there's none to skip. It's just an album from cover to cover. It's
no shit. Yeah, I love the whole fucking album.
It flows so well.
Yeah.
I mean, like I tell you, that's why when I was like, "Fuck, this is getting good," and then all of a sudden it's like, Shadow Minds comes back on. What the fuck? I was like, "Holy shit, this thing's already done."
Have you heard that one, Eli?
No, I've heard good things though.
Dude, it's like, seriously, it's the gap between those two bands.
Yeah.
And not only is it a gap, but it's the gap, let's say, before Dark Tranquility went, let's say Damage Done.
Okay.
And early In Flames kind of mesh into it. So maybe Colony, Gesture Race era with like Damage Done era, Dark Tranquility, and they kind of just meshed into each other. Let's say moshed. Let's say moshed. And they made this great fucking album. And I mean, Michael Stane, whatever.
Stane.
he is just great. I mean, he's just always an incredible singer.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And a fucking amazing dresser too, son of a bitch.
Yeah, he is.
Right? Yeah, dude.
But there's really not much I can say. It's such a great album. It should be on everyone's top list as well, because it was just done fucking well.
Yeah.
And then they I think they re-released Shadow Minds, the song, but with Ishan.
No shit.
Sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah, so
what the
I need to give that a listen, because I just found that out today.
What? That just blew my mind. That's cool, dude. I want to check that out.
It's called the Ishan Mix too, as a matter of fact.
That's awesome.
So cool. Definitely yeah, man. Great fucking album.
Dang, sweet. Yeah, I need to check that one out too.
The only thing it gives you blue balls. That's all I gotta say.
It's too short.
It's too short, bro.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll do another album.
I feel like they will.
I feel like they are. Yeah.
Sweet. So my next pick, my 12th pick is Garia with Marat.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Another, I think, prime example of for Portugal too, by the way.
Yes.
Another outstanding way of creating black metal.
Yes.
And just being, I mean, if you want to go avant-garde, I don't want to go that far.
Yeah.
With the masks and all that shit.
And they're getting better and better with every album.
Yes.
Too.
They are on a lot of people's lists as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they're on a lot of people's radars.
Yeah.
But I mean, supreme fucking writing and everything is just this album. And actually they're on Season of Mist as well.
Yeah.
Very misanthropic sort of fucking black metal,
Yeah.
Has that those, the whole loneliness and the whole suffering idea, it's like everything's just kind of there.
Bleak.
Yeah.
Really bleak.
Their early stuff, that I don't know if you heard it, but their early stuff, they had more of like a hardcore influence, and they kind of
Yes, we
dropped
did.
that. I think
Yeah.
dropping that was a really good idea, because that's what, for me, that's what was holding them back. I was like, oh, this is really good, but I don't really like the vocals. And now they're just going more just pure black metal, and they're way
You know
better.
who did that dropped that shit was Fallujah.
Yeah,
And they were fucking badass, dude. When they released
Yeah.
that album as a Starlit Path, or I forgot the name of the album, but it was 2014.
Yeah,
14 or 15.
14.
Once they released that album, they dropped all fucking. They had no core tendencies anymore at that point.
yeah,
They were
yeah.
fucking great.
Yeah.
And they're just melodic technical death metal, and they just that's their album to get. Everything else after that kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But I love when bands
drop.
They grow up.
They grow up.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Mature.
Yeah. Even the that Gorilla album came out pretty quick, because the last one was only a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really.
That's the one where they're in the.
That's the
farm.
Yeah, the farm.
Yeah.
Farminess, yeah. And that album was the shit.
Yeah, they're really working hard right now.
Yeah.
Go for it, Eli.
All right, my number, I think we're on 11, is going to be Artificial Brain, with self-titled album Artificial Brain.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been onto this band since the first album, and I always kind of liked them, but for the longest time I was kind of like, I don't really want to hear any technical death metal. I don't have time for any of that. But now I'm coming back around to it, because I used to really like technical death metal.
Yeah.
And even when I first heard this album, because I bought it when it came out, and I was like, oh, this seems pretty good. It's a little too weird for me. And then I started to go back to listen to a lot of stuff that I like Demolich and stuff like that. And
yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I get it now. I get what Artificial Brain are doing. And yeah, once I got over it, it being quote unquote weird, it's amazing. And I've heard all their stuff, and I think, I don't know, this is the one that's grabbed me the most out of all, and all three of their albums have been really good, but this is, it's, technical death metal, but not that, sounding pretty original. Like all the compositions and stuff are very unique and original. And if you like Demolich and stuff like that, Artificial Brain are another cool band to check out.
I think
more sci-fi black or death metal.
Yeah.
Their cover art too is kind of cool, and
they always have cool covers.
For whatever reason, it reminds me of like Final Fantasy 3 or like whatever. Like it just reminds me of like Final Fantasy. Us growing up, it would have been Final Fantasy 3.
Yeah.
For the SNES, and for those who are a-holes, it's Final Fantasy 6.
Yeah, all their albums are like sci-fi stories and stuff like that.
But it just has that vibe to it, like those robots that were coming out, and
yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like death metal made by like robots and stuff.
Yeah,
they are.
Soundtrack to Terminator, like like the wars in the future and stuff.
Like,
that's the vibes you get when you listen to it.
Right on. Yeah,
it's awesome. Yeah, they kind of came out around the same time as Blood Incantation and a couple of those other bands that were basically, all these bands were starting to come out of the woodwork that all were like worshiping like Demolich and and what's that, and that American band that had had two demos in the 90s, and then that got re-released on Dark Descent, and everyone was going crazy over it. Now I forgot the name. But people were going crazy over it, and it's really fucking good. And then these weird death metal bands kind of came from that. They discovered those demos too, and then that's how you got bands like Artificial Brain and Blood Incantation.
Not Gorguts, right?
No. This band only had two demos in the early 90s.
Early 90s,
and they're from the US. Yeah, it'll come to me. I'll remember.
Okay.
All right, so my next one is Blood aus Nord. This is Harmonium, Undreamable Abysses. Pretty much it's black metal with no vocals. So it's post.
Was there no vocals on that album?
There's no vocals.
Oh shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's one or I think one or two songs maybe they have like little excerpts real quick, and then
Oh,
it's
okay.
just instrumental.
That is one of my favorite bands, but I just failed to spend time with that album this year.
Yeah, no, this one it really grabbed me. It's I don't know, man. It's just real groovy. It has it's heavy, very doomy. So the art cover looks very Lovecraft.
Oh yeah, yeah, it sure does.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it is very Lovecraftian.
it is very Lovecraftian. How can I say? French people do shit great.
They do.
I see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's really not much to say. I mean, I think my favorite song of the whole thing is Tales of the Old Dreamer, and then That Cannot Be Dreamed. Those are probably the best songs off that album.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah.
it's a quick listen, 45 minutes, but it gets the point across. It feels longer than what it actually is.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's another album that should have made my list because they're one of my favorite bands.
yeah, they're badass.
All right. Move on to my next band, which is Freedom of Fear. And this album's called Carpathia. Really fucking great, outstanding. Melodic death metal from Australia, of all places. Now this is where it gets fucking interesting. Female singer, my understanding, I think she also plays guitar. Let me see. No. So they have two guitarists. So Jade Montserrat, Georgina Kittle, Matt Walters, and Corey Davis. So yeah. This actually came out in late October, I would say. But this is what Arch Enemy needs to take notes on. This is how you fucking do a fucking melodic death metal album. Because it just sounds so fucking good. Very virtuistic too, or like virtuoso sort of playing.
Classically
Fucking, oh dude, the riffs, the guitars, just like the solos, the song structure, the songwriting, just everything that they're fucking doing is over the top. And I mean, again, it's like because they're fucking Australian, they're fucking badass, dude. They're just fucking. It's a fucking great album, dude.
Seems like Australia's really flooding the market with really good bands lately.
Shit ton. We just did an episode on that. I know you're gonna do like fucking in depth cover of Australia too.
Yeah, I've been working on it.
Yeah, but if you like pina coladas, no, no, the whole Freedom of Fear, it's super aggressive vocals. Like you can't even tell it's a fucking female. You can't even tell it's a girl singing.
Wow.
Like you can't fucking tell. We were listening to it, even today, in fact. And I was telling my girl, and I was like, she's like, yeah, you can't tell it's a girl singing. Even the fact that you told me, I can't tell that there's a difference.
God damn.
So I was like, that's where I was like, Arch Enemy needs to take note. And now, especially now that they're trying their way with clean vocals and stuff like that. Not all the way clean, but they want to try it.
Yeah.
I would certainly say give them a listen. You'll fucking enjoy it.
That sounds good. I'm gonna try it out.
Cool. All right, where are we at? Number 10, I think.
Yep.
All right, I got the Sumerlands album, Dream Killer.
Hell yeah.
Who knows, this would have been higher, maybe lower. I don't know if I'd have listened to it. Like I only just started listening to it like this week.
Yeah.
For some reason, a lot of modern bands that play the old heavy metal style just don't do it right for me. So I kind of became less open-minded to bands like that. And I'd been hearing about this band for the last couple of years, and I decided to check it out. And I was like, oh my God, this is actually really good. Like it sounds 80s without, sounding like it's trying to sound like it's from the 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, the vocals are so good. The vocal hooks are probably the best, vocal hooks I've heard in a long time. The guitars remind me of like a little bit of like Chris DeGarmo from early Queensryche.
For sure.
Andy LaRocque from King Diamond.
Yeah,
and it's just a great straightforward 80s. It sounds like it could have came out in 1984, but like I said, in a natural way, not like it's not trying to sound retro. It's just so good. So yeah, I haven't heard their first album yet, but I'm gonna go for that one soon, and I'm gonna order both these CDs because it's the best traditional heavy metal I've heard in a while, especially of a newer band. Yeah, just really, really good. If anyone's passed on them like I did, they should get over that and check them out.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're a fucking great band.
Yeah. So yeah, Summerland's Dream Killer, awesome.
Okay, my 10th pick is Blind Guardian, The God Machine. Excuse me. This one actually did right away grow on me. I really enjoyed it right away. It was better than what they had released previously. Which was,
that's what I've heard. I've heard it's like a return to form.
Yeah, it is, dude. It's heavy,
more aggressive. It's very
aggressive, actually. Almost pissed off.
Yeah.
Kind of aggression. Like, I guess because everyone was talking shit about that last album.
Yeah.
It was
like an orchestra.
Like orchestral, yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think they knew people were not too into that.
And I tried to give it because I'm a big I don't really like a lot of power metal, but I like what I like.
Yeah, I like Blind Guardian.
Yeah, I love Blind Guardian. I think they've always kind of not been the mold. They've always done their own way, but still stuck to the power metal scene.
True.
But yeah, honestly, from the start with the opening track, Deliver Us from Evil, that shit gets you going and it just doesn't stop. The whole album is just fucking ripping. The solos are amazing. Everything. It's a really good sounding album. Really, really good sounding album. And like you said, it is a return to form for them because.
And I skipped it, but now I've heard all these good things, and now I'm gonna have to get it now because now I'm like, okay, this is gonna be something I know I'll like. So.
Yeah,
I think what happened was with me that when it came out, something else came out.
I think Halo.
And I just forgot about it.
I think the Halo effect and they both literally came out.
It might have,
right at the same time, pretty much, dude. I think.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, it usually happens. It's like, or I mean, it happens with video games too. Like, where I'll buy one and then I forget about it because I bought something else, and I'm like, this is what's interested in, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I had that game too.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
The only goofy thing about this album is the art cover, the cover art. It is kind of plain.
It's kind of cartoony looking.
There's an alternate one.
Or video game. It looks like a video game.
Yeah.
Like Final Fantasy or something.
Yeah. The alternate has
a little too modern. Too modern looking.
The album itself, and then go down.
Blind Guardian need hand drawn or hand painted album covers.
Yeah.
Like they're
they would benefit them. Like the old school shit. Yeah.
It fits their music much more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but either way, great album. Shit. Do yourself a favor and listen to it now.
Yeah, totally.
So I'm gonna go into my 10th album, and this is another American, actually Native American band called Black Braid.
Oh hell yes.
And Black Braid 1 or Black Braid I.
Black Braid 1.
Mm-hmm. To me is, and again, unsigned, independent.
I think I showed you. No, I don't know. I show you guys so much shit sometimes I forget.
Yeah. With this band, I mean, there's traces of Agalloch in there that just come out. Mm-hmm. Like it's just whether it be because of the whole nature, it's just atmospheric. But you hear also native instruments in there. My biggest complaint again is also the same thing. It's too short.
Yes, it is.
I believe it's like maybe 6 or 7 tracks. Mm-hmm. One of them is like 2 minutes. I
think one of them is just like the Indian drums, right?
Oh, well, one of them for sure is the water.
The water, yes.
Yeah, and it's just bizarre. But yeah, I think and it covers all that. I don't know, dude. It's just one of the fucking cover art is so cool.
That's cool.
Actually, let me put it now. I forgot about that.
The animal skull, and then
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this band just kind of came out of nowhere, didn't they?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I guess it's one guy.
It's just one dude. Yeah, dude.
Like, who is this?
Black Braid.
No, I mean, yeah, like I was like, who is this when it came out? Like, what?
Oh, right.
Why do I? How do I not know this guy?
Yeah, and what's his name? Oh, I'm not even gonna fucking try to say his name.
No, he's got a Native American name.
Swagwashda.
On Metal Archives, it tells you how to pronounce it, but
it's
Shagwa
Gashwa.
Everything.
He plays everything. Yeah, so it's a one-man band.
Yeah, it's a one-man band.
Yeah.
I guess he hired someone to do the drums, but other than that, yeah, he did everything.
Right on.
Yeah.
That's my 10th pick. What'd you got?
I got number 10. The new. I keep saying the new. Destroyer 666 with Never Surrender. They're one of my favorite bands. I like everything they've done. The last couple albums they've kind of ditched almost all the black metal that was in their sound. They're almost just a pure speed metal band now, like thrash speed metal. They sound like Running Wild, old Exciter, super killer. Like nobody, and they have the same intensity of like the 80s bands that I think is kind of missing.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been around since the 90s, but yeah, for a lot of bands, when they shed a certain element that I really like, I'm disappointed. But with them, like, they're really not a black metal band anymore at all, and I wouldn't even change it. It's just so good. Some of the most memorable speed metal songs I've heard in a long time. Maybe it's not quite as good as their last album, because that was really good, but it's still awesome. They just have like that magic that like 80s speed metal and thrash metal had, that almost very few bands have today. It's got they're still they're maybe it's because they're Australian, but there's still like an element of danger to their music, and sometimes they say controversial things and shit like that, but I don't back everything that Keith has said in the past, but Australians can be like that. But it's just a killer album. Every time I listen to it, I like it more and more. It's great. They have, I don't think he's been in the band very long, maybe a couple years at this point, but they have a guy named Felipe. He's from Chile. He's in the band now playing guitar, and he's from a band called Procession. I don't know if you guys have heard Procession. He is so fucking talented. If you guys like really good epic doom, go listen to Procession from Chile. It's killer. He's one of the best like epic doom bands out there.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. Look, yeah, even if you haven't heard this Destroyer 666 album, listen to Procession, because it's amazing. Yeah, and it's funny because in that band he sings, and he's got like a killer singing voice too. I mean, he does some vocals in Destroyer, but in Procession he's like almost like Messiah Marcolin type.
Shit.
Like old Candlemass type vocals. Yeah, he's super talented.
You're right on.
Yeah, cool. It's cool to see him. Looks like he joined in 2015, so I guess it's been a while. But I guess I'd forgotten. But he's a good addition to the band because of how talented he is.
And I think that was your 9th pick.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, 9th. Okay, my next one is Carved into the Sun, The Earth Fell Away. This is pretty much run-of-the-mill post-rock. So for most people, don't listen to while you're driving.
Yeah.
For most people, I mean, a lot of people.
Remember I told you I would drive and get to where I got to, wherever it was, but I don't remember getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this album is the sound is very isolated. So it's a lot of the music sounds like I guess in your own mind, no one's around you. It's it's just a real isolated sound, but it done well. It gets heavy at some parts. For the most part, it's pretty mellow. It's a really relaxing album. I stumbled on these guys too by accident this year, going through all my post rock shit that I go through, and found them and really enjoyed them. They're really good. Really good cloudy day music. So if you're not doing anything, or if you are doing something around the house and it's cloudy, put it on and it'll really set the mood. Like it's really just like you can feel what that person was going through the music.
Yeah.
Like it really shows through that music. And
Oh, that's good. I like
this
that.
year post rock, it was really slim pickings this year for me.
Yeah, I could see that.
And honestly, like these guys stood out a lot.
Yeah.
These guys stood out a lot, and I highly recommend them. So if you have a chance, whenever you're not really doing anything busy, because if not, it'll put you to sleep. But really,
nothing wrong with that though.
Huh?
Nothing wrong with that though.
No. I believe this is my everyday music. Like I do a lot of driving for work, so these long albums really help me, get through the day. Because next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, I'm already here.
Yeah.
I do a lot of driving for work too. Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely Carved Into the Sun, The Earth Fell Away. Give it a listen.
Cool.
All right. So this one for me, this next one I think might be on some people's radar. This is Ultar. At the Gates of Dusk.
I didn't know they had a new album.
Well, this is my introduction to them. I've never heard anything of that they've done previously. I
was thinking of a different band. I was thinking of Ulthar with an H.
I've heard that name too.
Never mind.
This is a Russian band, independent. From my understanding, they were previously called Deaf Knife, and then they changed their name to Ultar. This is their third album. So this is pretty much what you'd want to look as post black metal, melodic, atmospheric.
God, that album cover is cool.
Yeah, it's really fucking cool. I was reading some reviews in terms of somebody was talking about how the first half sucks and then the second half is great, and I completely disagree. I think the whole fucking album is fucking great. What's your sold on that fucking sound? You might not enjoy I guess he has a little bit more of the higher shriek in black metal.
Oh,
but it's not.
It Banshee.
It doesn't detract you from it. It's not that bad. It's not really that high. But I mean,
I don't mind
because it's melodic. So the thing is I think for a lot of people, they want just pure black metal, and I think that's what bothers some people with this one.
The purists.
Yeah. And
you can't always expect everything to be what you want it to be,
Yeah, I think that's having to come to terms with that also kind of sucks,
I like it. So black metal.
But this is more the atmospheric. This is more post, so it's gonna go in and out. But for the most part, it is. Don't get it twisted. It is black metal.
Yeah.
But with a melodic twist to it. Really
That's
good.
Cool.
Because just that album cover has me sold, man.
And again, they're Russian, so it's you don't hear.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a typical Russian band.
No, we're trying, especially trying to put a good twist on Russia.
There's a lot of good Russian bands, but
there is.
Yeah, so the Morning Side is the first band that comes to mind.
Sohm is one that comes to mind.
Okay. But yeah, I mean that's my ninth. That's my ninth.
Cool. So yeah, my number 8. Let's see. We got Abhor, band from Italy. Let me pull it up real quick. It's got a weird album name. It's kind of goofy actually. It's called Sex Ceremonia Daemonis Antichristi. And this is an Italian band. They've been around since 1995, and they're just fucking great. They're one of the best black metal bands right now, I think. They play like in an old school occult black metal. It sounds like old Master's Hammer, old Mortuary Drape, stuff like that. Even like that new Negative Plane. You could probably sit that next to this.
Negative Plane,
It's
dude,
just
that
great.
album.
Yeah, it's like black metal set to like a Hammer horror movie, with
Yeah,
church organs and stuff, and it's just awesome. Everything this band does is awesome, and I mean, they have a fan base. They're signed to Iron Bonehead, but I don't hear a lot of people talk about them, and I think they definitely could they could be more popular because they're awesome. Highly recommended.
that's cool. Never actually heard them.
Yeah, they're great. You could pick any album that they've done and not be disappointed.
Okay, my next one is one that you already picked, which was the Black Braid 1 as well. Nothing more you can say. You already said enough, so it's a good album. Worst part of it is too fucking short.
Yeah.
But it is well done, has good sound. Like that's the one thing I love. It sounds really clean.
I bet there will be more stuff real soon. I bet you. Because it's like a young guy, and I'm sure he's, and that album was pretty well received. So he's gonna try and follow it up.
Bat, dude. Yeah. Right off the bat.
Yeah. So he's gonna try to come back hard, I'm sure.
Yeah, I hope so too, because that album's really, really fucking good. And I continuously listen to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. I wish I'd heard it more, but I liked it a lot too.
Do you get the Agalog vibes, or is that...
Yes, no, you do. Yeah, you do.
Right.
Yeah.
There's this element.
Not like directly though, not like ripping Agalog off, but he's probably a fan.
It comes with the guitars, I think the guitar tones and just
that's that wall of sound.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it does have a very Agalog.
But like a more black metal than Agalog, more faster and more aggressive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like Agalog at their most black metal.
Yeah, it was probably I could
like Agalog when there's certain songs when they're like going full on. That's you can hear that in Black Braid.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Probably the
Nothing
first.
wrong with that. Nothing, I'm okay with that since Agalog are done anyways. Someone's got to play that kind of stuff. Take the torch.
My eighth pick, Septic Flesh, Modern Primitive.
I haven't heard that one yet either. I love that band.
Symphonic fucking royalty, dude. Fucking, if you have a fucking system, if you have a fucking killer theater system, or just in your vehicle, wherever you listen to music, or if you have a fucking really badass DAC on your headphones.
Yeah, they're a very big sounding band.
Fucking
the albums.
Dude. Like, where are we talking about like cinematic? This is fucking cinematic, bro. This is
that'd probably shake your house.
Yeah.
If you played it loud.
Yeah.
Listen to this album, man.
Dude,
I'm disappointed I haven't.
Fuck.
Yeah, I haven't heard it either.
So many good songs. Let me pull up the cover art for this really quick.
They are a great band. I saw them live one time. That was pretty impressive.
So here's
that's sick.
Yeah, their singer, he does a lot of artwork. So he did that.
Yeah.
He did the Belphegor artwork, and he's done a bunch of shit.
Hold on, let me find the album real quick.
Yeah, he does artwork for Moonspell, and he did for a bunch of bands. He's a great artist.
So he did this one too, then, right?
Yeah. Yep. He's been doing. I think he's been doing their covers for a long time now.
Damn, he's really good.
Yeah, he is. It's instantly recognizable style too.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So you have songs like the if you're gonna listen to it right away, and you're like big, dude. Listen to Hierophant.
Oh,
okay. The Hierophant, fucking Neuromancer, Modern Primitives. Just it's intense. It's fucking intense. And what I love about it is that it's so balanced that it has this fucking I don't know, it has that beauty to it because it's so aggressive and it's so fucking fast and
but there's still a beauty to it.
There's that beauty with the whole symphonic element behind it that is just like, fuck, it's so good, dude.
Like you get red in the cheeks just
because and it's like I don't know why I think of a lot of 70s horror films when I listen to this. Like it just reminds me of stuff like that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But very symphonic, very fucking good.
Symphonic, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get on that. I do like that band a lot. That's another one that I just missed out on. All right, so where are we at? We're on number 8 now? Or no, 7. I'm on 7. Okay. So my number 7 is Immolation, Act of God. They might, in my opinion, they might be the best death metal band of all time. And when I say that, I don't mean necessarily that they've had the best death metal album ever, but I don't think any other death metal bands has been as consistent, maybe Incantation, but they're just so consistent and putting out albums that are still on par with their best stuff every single time. And this album's no different. I don't know if I like it more than Atonement, because I liked Atonement a lot from a couple years back.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I like it more than that, but it's real close, and it's just Immolation sounding like Immolation and just killing it. I mean, to me, there are no, not to be rude, but there are no like young death metal bands out there that are gonna rival Immolation anytime soon.
I don't think so either.
No.
I'd like to see it happen, but I don't see anyone yet. And for them to still just to be kings of death metal all these years later is pretty impressive.
You know what I noticed though is that a lot of the younger death metal bands that are coming out, like Gatecreeper and Hooded Menace and shit like that, Sanguisco, yeah, they're not playing fast. They're not playing fast.
No, they're really not.
They're playing with this fat, fuzzy fucking guitar tone.
Yeah, they're more going for like that, like Swedish sound. Maybe.
Exactly, but they're going for a variation of it, and they're doing it probably their own little style that they want.
Yeah, or they're playing like that really murky, like Incantation style,
exactly.
Which I do like, but it's becoming kind of oversaturated.
Yeah, that's the problem, and that's what I was going to say is that they're not playing this fast sort of technical, very fast, aggressive style of music.
Yeah,
I don't see that as much anymore.
Yeah, I'd like to hear more bands playing like the old like Florida style, like Morbid Angel. That's why I kind of think that Blood Incantation are maybe not overrated, because they're sounding more like early Death and early Morbid Angel, So that's why I think that's part of why they're what they got where they're at, is because they were doing something that not everyone was doing,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, Cattle Decap, but Cattle Decap have been around for a while too already.
Yeah,
They're good. Yeah, they've been around a good while now, actually. Yeah,
they're OGs now. I think
they're consistent to me. I don't think every album they've released is really good.
They're writing a new album too, huh?
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Their last album, I think, was my album of the year.
That was an amazing album.
Death Atlas.
Yeah, Death Atlas.
And they're not putting out the same album every time either. They sound different every time,
Yeah, those goblin voices are cool too.
Yeah, that dude's amazing.
Yeah.
Number 8, 7.
7.
Okay, what you got?
I got Necrogoblikon, the fundamentals of science and humor.
Necrogoblikon, yeah.
Necrogoblikon. Dude, they're a fucking fun band.
Yeah.
They don't take themselves seriously.
I've heard the name. I've heard their name, but I've heard the name, but I've never heard them.
I actually hung out with them before on the cruise on the 70K. Before they played that night. Yeah, I got to hang out with them for quite a bit, actually, for a few hours, man. We're hanging out on the side smoking and shit.
That's cool.
He's like, yeah, come see me. And I was like, fuck yeah, because we were talking. So I was like, dude, pinche bello, I was fucking drunk, dude. It was like 4 a.m. when they fucking played.
Oh,
it was so fucking late, bro. And I was like, I got to see them. I don't remember.
I hate you.
I don't remember because it was so long ago and I was fucked up. I just remember making my way over there. But yeah, they have a goblin. He's on stage and he's like their hype man.
He's their hype man. Yeah. They're cool because they mix in so many different genres of metal. So he'll do his most of the time he's singing in like black metal pitch vocals, and then he'll growl, and then the music in the back is like clown music, and then they'll turn into like a fucking death metal band, and then they'll get thrashy, and then they'll get almost folky in a lot of their songs too.
Yeah, they mix it up a lot.
Big mix of everything. They're like a party rock band, but just heavy as fuck. But fun, and they don't take themselves seriously. Most of their videos are fucking hilarious. It's always the goblin fucking killing someone by accident, trying to cover it up, or all kinds of stupid shit.
It's a fun listen.
It's a fun listen. Yeah.
I think you're just hanging out with your friends, just put it on.
Yeah. But this is probably their best album to date. For me, it's a good mix of everything. Because their last good one was Heavy Meta, and in that album they do a song with Andrew WK.
Yeah, I remember.
Let's get this party started or some shit like, or let's get fucked.
Yeah.
But they're just they're a fun band, man, and honestly, like, it was a really good album. It has a good mix of everything. It's super heavy in most parts, and then it's real groovy, and I can't fucking
This album cover is cool, actually. Of this
yeah,
album.
the anatomy of the goblin.
Yeah, it's like an old, if there was an old medical book from like the 1800s, but
For
you know,
goblins.
For a goblin.
yeah, if goblins existed. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
That's
It's
great.
cool.
Oh, and I just found out they did a fucking a Children of Bodom cover song.
Oh no shit.
Well, that would make sense.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's even in the same
Yeah.
font. That's cool.
The Bodom Beach Terror.
That's funny.
But yeah, that's my 7.
That's cool.
Right on. Well, my number 7. Some old schoolers might remember this band. Darkane. Inhuman Spirits. So these guys came from
Oh, Darkane. I didn't know they were still around.
Yeah, no shit.
yeah, it's a comeback album. Not sure if they're Swedish or Norwegian.
Sweden.
This is pretty much their comeback album, I would say. I mean, let me check if they released anything before.
Yeah, it looks like it's been 9 years, almost 10.
Yeah, they are Sweden. Let's see, 2013. Yeah.
Damn.
So I would say this is a good comeback album.
Yeah, almost a decade.
Yeah. Now, some of you may remember them. I think they were on. What were they on? Rusted
Nuclear
Angel.
Blast.
They used to be on Nuclear Blast, was it?
Yeah. I remember them, from the early mid 2000s.
That Insanity album. This is the one I remember them. So if you guys aren't familiar with them, they play this really good thrashy melodic death metal, but
Yeah.
like at the gates, sort of fast.
Oh, nice.
You know. This one has more of a thrash approach, and it is fucking. I mean, arguably probably their best album that they've even ever done. And I mean, shit ton of songs on here that are fucking great. Inhuman Spirits, Inhaling Mental Chaos, my favorite one. Inhaling Mental Chaos. It's incredible. The Mansion of Torture, Quintessence of Evil, and The Great Deceiver. A lot of great fucking songs on there that I recommend. But in total, just listen to the whole album. You get what you pay for with this one.
Oh, okay.
Another cool album cover, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that album cover is fucking sick.
I'm not sure if it's like 10, 12 tracks, but you get your money's worth on this one. You are going to be very happy with this one. I'm still trying to fucking pinpoint his vocals on this one. But it's definitely a mesh between like Chuck Billy and other from the 80s thrash. He has kind of like a Chuck Billy, James Hetfield in Master of Puppets kind of sound.
Okay.
Like, but very much his own sound. But it's like thrashy.
So he took the best from both worlds and just kind
He mixed it all up, dude.
He
Put it all up. Yeah. It sounds fucking great though. So that's the only thing that I think for some people it might turn them off because it's not 100% melodic death metal. because there's like a lot of thrash elements thrown in.
So a good
Well, it's
variety.
fucking great, dude. I mean, I highly recommend it, even if you are into melodic death metal.
Mhm.
Fucking highly recommend it. Because it leans more towards that than thrash, anyways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, number 7. That was my number 7, Dark King.
Cool. All right. My number 6 is Synchro Anarchy from Voivod. Another one of my favorite older bands. They've been on. They've never had a terrible album. They do have some early 2000s albums that I wasn't as big on, but they've been ever since they kind of came back in. Let's see, around I'd say like 2013. So almost the last 10 years, they've just been on top of their game. So I think this album is better than their 2018 album personally. I think I feel like people talked more about their 2018 album, but I like this one more. That one was kind of a little bit more mellow. This one's a lot more straightforward, progressive metal. It's just good. It's not too, it's 47 minutes, but it goes by really fast. Every time I listen to it, I feel like it's 20 minutes or so, and it's just more mind-blowing, prog metal. Just prog metal sounds like played by aliens or robots or something. And it's, even though they've kind of lost some band members, they're only down to 2 original members, but it still sounds like exactly what Voivod should be doing now anyways, even if they had all their original members. So one of the few bands that can replace band members and not really skip a beat. They're just good at picking their new members. Every time they get someone, it's someone that just fits like seamlessly. You don't even notice hardly that something has changed.
So would you still see them live?
Yeah, I wish I could. I never have had the chance, but yeah, I'd go in a heartbeat if I could, or if I do get the chance, I'll go.
It's just like the whole Pantera thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's a little different than that because they still, they're still Voivod because they still have they still have 2 original members. One of them died, so that one didn't really count. Well, same with Pantera, I guess.
Piggy.
Yeah, but it's just, I don't know, it's just different because they've never lost the Voivod essence. Like I said, even if they hadn't lost members, like they still are sounding exactly how they should, even if it's just so seamless.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think few bands could probably pull that off. But yeah, Voivod to me they just have not skipped a beat yet.
Yeah.
Okay. My next one is Rollo Tomasi, where myth becomes memory. Kind of like post-hardcore melodic band. Sorry, fucking allergies. They're pretty heavy. It's a girl that sings for them, does crazy growls, and then she can sing like real beautiful a cappella. This album is a lot more aggressive than their previous one. So for fans of them that liked them, this is a good album to come back to and listen to. Pretty much best songs on here, excuse me, are Pre-Science and Mutual Ruin. Those are the best songs off this album. So
Cool.
Listen.
So you're saying that this is a one person band or project?
No. It's a girl with. She has a backing band,
people.
but they're from England.
Oh, okay.
And actually, they were discovered by Mike Patton. They were
on
Ipecac or whatever his
Ipecac.
Ipecac.
Yeah.
They did
Wow, that's saying a lot.
Yeah. So they're very avant-garde, like hardcore. And
So I will like them.
they're brutal. They're pretty brutal. So you might like them, but you might not like them.
Since I don't like Mike Patton, so.
Oh yeah. But
so that's. I heard. I think a song.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you shared one.
I think I have.
But I remember hearing, and I was like, it's not that bad.
Yeah, that's pretty aggressive. Go for it.
All right. My number 6 is Kardashev, Liminal Right.
I've heard the name.
Here you go. This one is a man. how do you begin to describe Kardashev?
Death gaze.
I would definitely
That's
say
what they pretty much label themselves.
they did label themselves. I like to call it shit gaze though. I don't like death gaze. I feel like death gaze isn't a proper term. Shit, I love shit gaze.
It's them though.
It fucking it certainly does, man. In the best clean vocals that I've heard in a very long time.
Really?
This guy has clean vocals, reminiscent of Michael Ackerfeld from Opeth.
Oh wow.
And growls to match that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're looking at it's very
death metal vocals and clean vocals.
Oh, he hit the jackpot. And I like it. You can see him. He's a little chunker. He's a little chubby guy.
Yeah, he's a chubby guy. Yeah.
So,
but it doesn't sound like Opeth though, really, or
no.
No.
Oh, okay.
It sounds nothing like Opeth.
Okay.
It's in a league of its own.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It really is.
I feel like they have this.
That's good though. It's good to sound original.
Yeah. So they have this post metal, death metal, progressiveness, kind of all combined together.
Cool.
And so it's a very emotional album. So you listen to it, you're gonna get drawn in, and you're gonna feel like it's so wonderful. And you don't know where to look exactly, whether you like the drums, the guitarists, the vocalists. Like when you're listening, you're just gonna enjoy the whole ride, I would say.
Yeah.
These guys are gonna fucking explode. I think one of these days they're gonna fucking. I see and they're from Arizona, too.
Oh shit! For some reason, I thought they were European.
Yeah, no, Tucson, dude. They're
probably from the band name.
They're gonna explode. They're on Metal Blade Records right now, so I can't wait for Metal Blade to put them on a fucking tour and let's go. You know.
Oh, killed us.
Yeah.
That shit.
Oh fuck yeah, me
dude.
Too. All right, number 5. Let's go.
All right, my number 5, I have Satan with Earth Infernal. Satan are hands down one of the best heavy metal bands out right now. They're just top 5. And they got a funny history. You know, they were one of the new wave of British heavy metal bands in the early 80s. They had 2 good albums and they went away for 25 years. And they came back. They came back in 2013, and ever since then, they've been making albums that are unbeatable. Like they're better than Iron Maiden, they're better than Judas Priest. Yep. No one from that era is better than Satan right now, and it's amazing. And their albums still sound like early new wave of British heavy metal, raw, pure heavy metal. It's amazing. This could be their best album, but it's hard to say because every album that they've done is at least a 9 out of 10. Yeah,
they're old school shit. And is it Satan's Court? What is it?
Court in the Act.
Court in the Act. Yeah. That was fucking great.
I don't think any band has ever left for 25 years and came back this strong. I don't think any band has ever done it.
Yeah.
So they're amazing, and they still sound top notch.
That's great that they're still doing that though, and the whole.
I know.
That's so fucking cool, man.
It's baffling. I mean, a lot of bands have tried, like Angel Witch have done it, and they're pretty good. But I mean, Satan are just better. They're just better than Angel Witch right now. Yeah. Like, there's just no arguing. So every time they put out an album, I cannot wait every time. So yeah, I absolutely love Satan, and they have not ever let me down.
Right on, dude.
Yeah.
What you got?
My next one is Celeste. And the album is Assassins.
Celeste from France?
Yeah, they're that French band,
I haven't heard of them in a long time.
Yeah, they're on a lot of people's list right now.
Really?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
I see. And it's crazy because this album came out last year in January, beginning of the year in January.
That's good though.
What is that? I started seeing a lot of people's end of year lists. Like this album really, like, ended up on everyone's fucking list.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's French. They're from France, of course, and I know everyone's always like Gojira, and I'm a Gojira fan, but these guys are heavy as fuck.
Don't they have some little bit of black metal in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't heard them in years.
Yeah. This album is heavy as fuck. Like I
A
it's
little bit of hardcore influence, I think.
Yeah, they have hardcore black
Yeah.
metal. It's almost avant-garde in certain portions of the album.
Did they have like a long break? Because I feel like I haven't heard of them in a long time. Like they were really big, and then I feel like I didn't hear about them for like.
Well, they released an album in 2017,
Oh, okay.
and then after that was so it was like about 3 to 4 years apart for each album they've released.
Yeah, that's not too unheard of.
No, so it's not too bad, but
Yeah. Cool.
It's a really good album, and even like the videos are very cinematic.
Cool.
They're in black and white. They're real cinematic. I feel like a lot of the videos they've released have been like kind of almost like warning against like predatory people.
Oh shit.
That's pretty intense.
Even the album cover, it's a little girl and it's a bunch of like dudes' hands like covering her face and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah.
But
yeah, like you said, French bands, they have something unique.
they do.
I don't know what it is.
But
I agree.
there's really not much I can say. It's just a really good fucking album. It's my top 5, so give it a listen, Celeste.
That's where we're getting into the nitty gritty.
The nitty gritty. Yeah.
We're getting into our
Yeah, that's true. That's
very
true.
very.
This is the fucking now for
Yeah.
me is my definitive. Like
Yeah. These are for sure.
That's true.
I would agree.
I feel like it usually is that way, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Well, my fifth one is and you hit on it earlier. This Halo Effect, Days of the Lost. I feel like when I heard this, I was brought back to the late '90s and the whole idea of just barely discovering bands like In Flames, barely discovering bands like in Tranquility, not knowing and trying to remember like you know the whole Gates of Ishtar thing, you know, like trying to figure out like
Were you saying that Gates of Ishtar were coming back?
yes sir,
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for that.
they're playing in some festival in Sweden.
Oh, I hope they do an album though.
Yeah, I fucking hope so, because I know their drummer passed away.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
And that's what they were gonna get together. They were gonna do a reunion, but he passed away. The drummer, Oscar.
Oh shit.
He passed away. So that's what ended up happening and they delayed it for.
Oh, okay.
It's been at least 5 years since they
That
delayed.
probably took some of their motivation away.
Oh no, for sure it did. Maybe
Yeah.
not 5 years, but it's been a while.
Okay.
But this whole album and you see Memia?
Wait, is there Gates of Ishtar members in this
No,
band?
no, but
okay.
I was what I was referring to is that like I felt like a kid again, and that all these sounds are coming to me, and I was like,
Yeah.
it reminded me of those days. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Barely discovering bands like Dark Tranquility and Flames, Gates
So
of
like the classics.
Yeah, exactly. And it has that sound, but obviously it has a modern sound to it too.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
the fact that it has a modern sound to it does not detract anything, especially from the elitist dudes who only want to listen to early albums from Dark Tranquility and In Flames. Because I know there's some people, for me, example, I don't listen to anything past Colony
No, I don't either.
or In Flames. Dark Tranquility, I still love their electronic shit. I love their weird phase that they had gone through. Haven is a fucking great underrated album, man. And I love everything that they've done, So I know there's some people
they stayed true to themselves. Where you got to admit, In Flames kind of sold out.
They sold out big time,
dude.
But they're like, oh, let's play this metalcore shit that they're doing over in America, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like has to have been the reason why Jesper left.
Oh, I bet you it is.
You know,
he was like, I'm not going to play this. I don't even know how to play this.
Yeah, and financially, it fucking
it brought them to the next echelon, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I can't wait for the next shit though.
But their new album, the songs that are coming out, I cannot wait for the new album, bro. That new In Flames. Have you heard any of the songs?
No, they have a lot to live up to, though.
Dude, it's gonna. If it's any indication where they're going, it's gonna be a fucking comeback album for sure.
I have heard that.
Yeah,
aggressive.
Yeah,
all fun,
and it sounds just like them, like their old school shit. So
Yeah,
can't wait
good. I hope so.
Yeah. So that's my number 5. What's your 4?
My number 4 is Negative Plane with The Pact. Negative Plane are a black metal band from New York. They have been on everyone that listens to black metal. This band has been on their radar ever since they've been a band. Like their first album in 2006, everyone loved it. Their 2011 album, everyone loved it. But then they didn't do anything for 11 years.
Yeah.
They put out an album, everyone loves it. It's awesome. It sounds a little different. This is more
It's like 80s Bathory, no?
yeah, it is more occult sounding, like
Yeah.
early Master's Hammer. I hear a little bit of like Italian Italian, like weird Italian occult doom and stuff, and it's awesome. I love this
Their
album.
art is cool as fuck too.
It is cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different sounding, but I welcome it because it's just so cool. It's still very much black metal, but it's got it's got a like a old dusty occult flavor to it.
Yeah, yeah.
It sounds so fresh to me.
Getting back to what you're saying, like even the fucking logo is like reminiscent of Master's Hammer. Even.
Yeah, their logo is sick.
Yeah,
I think it's only 2 guys if I remember correctly. No, it's 4 guys. Wait, well, no, it was 2 guys originally, so I was right. But they since then they've added 2 more guys. But
okay.
Yeah, man, everything they've done is just stellar. I hope they don't go away for another 11 years. But whatever happens. But yeah, they put out an album that just it even brings to mind like some early Mystifier stuff. Like it's just it's awesome.
Do you know when this album came out by any chance? Like what
month it came out? It's been out April, end of April.
I just heard this last week, dude. And
honestly, I only just started listening to it. I knew about it, but I kind of ignored it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm with you there. But
otherwise, it would have been on one of my lists. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's so much my cup of tea that I had to put it high up on the list because it's just I know that I'm only gonna like this album more with time.
I could see that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it sounds a little different than their early stuff, but it's fine because for me it's pretty much perfect. It's exactly what I needed, I should say. I didn't need another album that trying to sound the same as what they did before.
It has that old school charm, but it sounds natural too.
So whatever they've been doing for the last 11 years, I think this is probably reflecting.
No shit.
Actually, what I think what might be part of that is, they had one of their guys is in a band called Occultation, which is like an old sounding like Italian style doom band. So that might have bleeded in a little bit. And one of the guys is also in Funeral Presence. So I guess maybe Funeral Presence might have taken away from that band a little bit because that band has been a little bit more active. And it's funny because that band gets all the attention too. It's like everything this guy does is people just dig it. Whether it's Negative Plane or Funeral Presence, people love it. Even Fenriz loves Funeral Presence. So it's like, and he's got the magic. Yeah, this guy's got the magic.
Yeah.
So I love it.
You're next.
All right, my next one is Without Waves. The album is called Comedian. This dude's vocals are almost reminiscent of Devin.
Oh, nice.
So his aggressive like screams are pretty much like Devin. Kind of sings, and then his slowers, when he sings slower, he kind of sounds like the dude from Every Time I Die, Keith Buckley. So like he has rhythm to his voice.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
the cover.
Yeah. But there's a couple songs on this album that are like Strappy Young Laddish with the wall of sound, and then the way he screams, you're like, oh shit, like this dude. Like they took like a page out of Strappy Young Lad's a notebook. Yeah, and
that's cool.
But they don't plagiarize it; like they make it their own sound.
Yeah.
I discovered these guys this year by accident too. They were a real pleasant surprise to me. I would say the first 6 songs are fucking amazing, and then 7, 8, and 9 on the album are like just They're good. They're like, I feel like a little bit of filler.
Yeah.
And then the last song is fucking amazing. It's like a good ballad / just fucking extreme ending to an album. Like,
yeah,
like a flood of fucking feelings just released. And
damn,
so,
I got you. Okay.
But definitely recommend these guys. They fell into my lap, and I cannot stop listening to this album. I listen to it at least once a week.
Nice.
Cool.
Definitely give them a chance.
So I think we're gonna go back to France.
Oui.
And this one is, I think, another sleeper, maybe off the radar for some people. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe not. Hangman's Chair. A Loner. And let me see if I can find that. Actually, so there was Kardashev. This is the Halo Effect from earlier. I forgot to put it up. And then here's Hangman's Chair with A Loner. So, any Typo Negative fans, this is your fucking band.
Yep.
Everything that these bastards do, whether it's the bass or the guitar or whatever, it's just reeks of Typo Negative.
It does.
And they do it in such a fucking way that it's ridiculous. It's so fucking depressing. And it's so fucking, like, it's so depressing that it makes you fucking happy.
Yeah.
Because it's so fucking depressing that you just love, you know, was it Misery Loves Company or whatever, right? Well, this is fucking perfect for that. You have this October Rust feel to it, you know?
Yeah.
And everything's so fucking wonderful. I love those songs, Loner itself. Oh, Lemmy?
He's
Are
right
you?
here.
Do you agree? Lemmy? Yeah, he agrees. He was saying, which one? Okay. Cold and Distant, Loner, Who Wants to Die Old, An Ode to a Breakdown. What's great about this is that the singer, let me see if I can find the name. So he only came on board recently, I think. Well, maybe not recently, but his name is Cedric Tofuti. I don't know how to say it. Tofuti?
Yeah, Tofuti.
Between him and Julian, Clement, and Mahidi, oh, holy shit, dude. It's such a fucking huge sound. It's incredible, man. But like Sentenced and like other bands who have this depressive sort of, you know, it's I think in the scheme of things, they're considered a doom band. You know, they're considered doom metal. But you know, they're on Nuclear Blast too, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
The cover, I remember thinking, oh, these guys are just playing. And if you look at the videos too, you're like, oh, these guys look like they're fucking hardcore fucking dudes who play hardcore metalcore shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No.
Some bands, it's like you shouldn't see pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, and I love again is that the singer has like this look to him that you're like, there's no way he's singing that.
Yeah.
That he sounds like that. It sounds so fucking good. Beautiful, clean vocals, man. So he's not. They're not trying to emulate Typo Negative in any.
I think it's more like
they have the guitar tones for sure.
Yeah.
But everything else is themselves.
Like an appreciation
for sure. But the clean vocals, because it's clean vocals.
Yeah.
It's very melancholic, very, very depressing. But in that way where it's like uplifting, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one I can't fucking stop. I fucking love it, dude.
That is a good album.
Yeah, Hangman's Chair, A Loner.
Cool. All right, looks like I'm at number 3. This one was a huge surprise for me because I've heard the name and I never really had thought about listening to any of these albums, but so I went for the solo album by Simon Phillips, who's a famous drummer. He was in Toto for probably 10 years.
Oh, nice.
He's done a shitload of session work. He's not really a metal guy, but in the metal world, he might be known for, he was a session drummer or a studio drummer, and he played on Sin After Sin, Judas Priest.
Okay.
So he was 19 years old, I think, when that.
Damn.
when he did that. Yeah, he's just one of the most he's one of the best drummers the world has ever seen, basically. So this is jazz fusion, and it's him and a cast of characters, 4 other guys on here playing keyboards. There's no vocals. It's instrumental fusion, and it's just I don't listen to a ton of fusion. I'm definitely not an expert on fusion, but this album it's just a blast for me to listen to. I like a lot of like 70s prog, so I feel like some of the fusion stuff I can get into, but yeah, it was just a blast to listen to. I loved it as soon as I hit play. I loved it, and every time I listen to it now, it's just such a fun thing to listen to. Such like a breath of fresh air, because it's not stuff that I listen to all the time. So when I throw something like this on, I'm just like, oh, it just like scratches that itch, and it might be a gateway for me for more to listen to more jazz fusion stuff. So I can't believe that it's this high on my list, number 3. That's just how much I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but put it. I couldn't put it any lower. So yeah, Simon Phillips with Protocol 5. It's called. I don't know if I said that. Protocol 5 is because he's done it's the 5th album in a series that he's kind of an ongoing series. So yeah, I haven't heard the other ones.
So would you put it like with like Liquid Tension Experiment?
In a way, yeah, but it's more yeah, I would, yeah, more on the jazz side of things. But I think if you liked that, you could probably get into this too.
Okay.
Yeah,
I do like Mike Portnoy's Liquid Tension Experiment.
Yeah, I do too. I have, I think it's the first or second album of that I have. It's really good. I haven't heard the newer stuff. Yeah, I would say if you enjoy that, I think you could get into this pretty seamlessly.
I have a feeling you're gonna like one of the albums that I'm gonna list later.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get to it soon.
Yeah, we got to be close.
We're on the 3, right?
We're on 3.
So my next one is Conjurer Pathos.
Oh, cool.
You see the cover? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. That's a straight fucking brutal album from literally the last song is just like an acoustic song. Real calming, and it's crazy because the rest of the album is just fucking punch you in the fucking face, heaviness. And then they finish off with a real folky like acoustic song. Nice. Just to send you off like, here you go.
Yeah. Just to calm you down.
We raped your fucking eardrums now.
Yeah. So we
let us massage them.
So you don't kill anybody.
Yeah. So bring you down from that high.
Nice.
But Rot is probably like the fucking, there's a breakdown like towards the end of it. It's fucking like it makes you want to go and fucking hit somebody. Like just that's why I'm cussing so much right now. Just thinking about it. That's how much aggression that song brings out of you. It's just, this is probably one of my favorite releases of all.
What do they play though?
They're like doom.
Okay.
With hardcore, with black metal, with death metal. I mean, it's a mixture of everything.
Yeah.
They're just like a real smorgasbord of fucking just every heavy element they can put in, they'll put in their music. Yeah. But I recommend every fucking song on this album. Even like I say, the last one that brings you down from the aggression.
Yeah.
And they're from England. They're gonna be touring in the US. Fingers crossed, I'm hoping I can make it to one of the shows. I think they're playing in Tucson. I forgot who they're going with. I don't really care because I just want to see them.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely listen to Conjurer Pathos.
Cool.
Right on. Yeah. My number 3 is actually a little familiar. You had it on there. Storm Ruler, Sacred Rites, and Black Magic. But let's put on the cover art for people so they can check that out.
Yeah, it's cool.
So again, the blues, the gold, the yellow just works so fucking well. Yeah. This looks like it could be a boss in fucking Elden Ring too.
Yeah, it does.
And it looks like a weapon that you can get from them. Which, by the way, man, I started playing it again on the PS5, and I got the PS5 version.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit! It's just like fucking so much faster and smoother than the PS4 one.
Oh,
Obviously,
sure.
but I mean, it's just so much better because I was able to see the difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Stormruler. The one complaint that I do have on this Stormruler album, and this is a very minor fucking complaint, um, is the in betweens, right? So each song, there's like a fucking interlude between each of them, and absolutely fucking despise that when bands do that. If it's one or two, it's fine, but it's before every single fucking song.
Yeah, they did that on their first album too.
Yeah. So
It's
that's one.
maybe a little excessive.
It's a little bit excessive.
Yeah.
If they're going for this, let's say, for example, Blind Guardian, where they're telling a story and they're like explaining or spoken word and stuff like that. And even then, I was kind of annoyed by it, but I give them credit.
Do you skip the interludes now?
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
actually edited my playlist so that I don't have to
Basically skipped every other track.
Yeah.
That makes
So,
sense. I mean, if you've heard it once already and you don't
Yeah.
need to hear it again, you might
yeah,
as well.
it's like it's whatever. A lot of times it's just very just instrumental, whatever.
Yeah.
Keep going on. So, but yeah, I mean, melodic black metal at the purest, the best out there. Probably, arguably one of the better of the
I
year.
think so. Yeah, I think so too.
Very fucking ambitious, I would say.
Yeah.
And especially being an American band,
Yeah, people need to if anyone hasn't heard it, they should just at least check out that track 2 in Internal
yeah.
Culmination.
Yeah.
That is just such a riff fest.
Yes,
I mean, they could not have picked a better song to kick it off with.
I agree, and it's
Holy shit.
a band, an American band.
It's like At the Heart of Winter, Immortal.
Yeah, they have no business playing like this, but they're fucking doing it, man, and that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, those riffs. Oh shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Moving on to 2.
Yeah, number 2. So my number 2 is Marillion, An Hour Before It's Dark.
Holy shit, that's nice.
Yeah, I've heard some of the early Marillion stuff. I own it, and so my buddy Scott, his Marillion are his favorite band, and he's like, so I haven't heard anything they've done in like 30 plus years, and so I was, we were talking, and he's like, you haven't heard anything with the current singer's name is Steve Hogarth. I mean, he joined in the 80s, but he's the second singer that they've had. Yeah, and I was like, I haven't heard anything he's done with them. So he sent me their last 2 albums, and this was one of them, and it just blew me away. It's Marillion are they're like a second wave prog rock band from England. They, like I said, I haven't heard anything they've done since the early 80s, but this album is just really introspective. It reminds me of I haven't heard a lot of Nick Cave, but Nick Cave did an album called Ghosteen a couple years back, and it kind of reminds me of that, where it's really, really personal sounding.
Yeah.
And honestly, to me, it kind of goes, you could say it almost goes hand in hand with that New Devin Townsend album. Like his the more emotional songs on there, I would almost, I could see a comparison to that. And I think that's why I liked it so much. And it was, a breath of fresh air. It was kind of something that I don't listen to very often, and I just loved it from the start.
I will check it out because I hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll definitely check it out.
It's going over really well.
The stuff that I liked was when they had what's the name, Fish, the old
Fish,
singer, the old singer.
Yeah.
And I was even made aware when I started watching Arion, and when they did their live performances, he sang some of the songs.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that. I didn't.
Yeah,
know
but I mean, it's only on the live
there.
performance. Yeah.
Oh shit, that's badass.
Yeah. So you get I can send it to you too, man. Some of the DVDs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's there.
That's amazing.
He's so fucking tall.
I heard he's a really big guy. Yeah.
He's tall, dude. Seems like such a sweetheart too, man. But his vocals is incredible. So when I saw that, I was like, I'm gonna check out Marillion.
Yeah.
And his early stuff, fuck yeah, dude, fucking great.
Yeah, it's great 70s prog. Wow. They were kind of like a second wave because they weren't there. They weren't there in the early 70s. They didn't come in until the late 70s.
Yeah, I would definitely agree to that.
Yeah, so prog. I mean, by the late 70s, prog was kind of on its way out. It wasn't popular anymore, so they were kind of like, one of the bands that would bring it back and keep it going.
Yeah, they
a
weren't
lot of
that
the early bands weren't.
either. Yeah, exactly. They were kind of like in a weird place where they're doing prog rock, but it almost has like this melodic hard rock feel to it. Also, they were in,
Yeah. Some of it's kind of radio friendly.
yeah, they were in that kind of like space there, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this album doesn't sound anything like the stuff that I'd heard from them, because the stuff I heard was like 79, 82, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So this, I wouldn't have known this was even the same band, but what do you
Oh,
expect?
shit. Okay.
But I mean that in a good way. It's
Right.
yeah, it's for a band that's been around this long, like they'd have no business making an album this good.
Yeah.
Like it's just such a personal sounding album. It's very very atmospheric and very deep.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of fun listening to it.
What you got?
So this was really hard to fucking
Yeah,
pick.
I know.
Last but these but I have to give it to Soilworks over Give It Head, which actually means abandonment.
Okay.
So, but this
I've heard a lot of people talking about this Soilworks
dude,
album.
it is such a fucking amazing album. Like cover to cover. There you don't skip one fucking song. We went to a road trip, we went to go see Dave Matthews, and I put this album on for my wife, and she instantly just like, who the fuck is this? It's just amazing.
Yeah,
Wow.
they've are another consistent band. They've been consistent. I mean, what from the Steelbed Suicide? When I heard them in the Predator's Portrait, fucking, they've just been. And I mean, the one was the album they released with Devin Townsend produced it.
Oh yeah,
Not stabbing the.
The before that,
back when Devin was producing albums.
yeah, he produced their.
Yeah, he produced a ton of albums for a couple
Yeah.
of years there.
The one with
Wasn't that figure number? Natural Born Chaos.
Natural Born Chaos. Fuck. That was when they became. That's when they became Soilwork.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, cover to cover, this is an amazing fucking album. If my number one had not come out this year, this would have been my number one.
Yeah.
I've shown it to my daughter. My daughter likes it a lot too.
Wow.
My wife, like I say, instantly fell in love with it. She's like, holy shit, like these dudes are fucking heavy as fuck, but I can enjoy it though.
Yeah.
That's because it's funny because my wife's tastes go all crazy because she even likes this black metal band. I like Der Weg Einer Freiheit, that German black metal band.
Yeah.
Like she likes the harsh, crazy, psychotic vocals and all that. And then there's other bands
Cool.
on which she's like, nah, I don't like that. She pick and choose. But either way, man, I mean, this was an amazing album. It was a real hard pick for me, but definitely, I think the songs that really stood out for me were Golgotha, Vultures, and then Electric Again. Like fucking amazing songs. But like I said, cover to cover, it's an amazing album. It's
Cool.
really hard to pick. But yep. That was
Yeah, I haven't heard them in a long time.
It'd be a good album to jump into.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Next time I'm in the mood for, I'd say melodic death metal, but I don't know if that's what they're still playing. I imagine it is.
I feel like this is what In Flames thought that they thought they could do.
Yeah.
And
That makes sense.
they're not able to execute.
They're not Bjorn.
No, they're not. They don't have Bjorn. So,
True.
so my number two. Progressive metal, somewhere along the lines of possibly what you're like or enjoy. I believe they're a French band. They're on Frontier Records.
Oh, I'm so behind in like the progressive metal stuff. I need more. I need to check more stuff out.
This is one that I think you're gonna want to listen to.
Okay.
So the band's called Lalu.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And Lalu is basically, he's a keyboardist, and I mean apparently he comes from a lineage. The dad was in a 70s progressive band called Pauline.
Wow, that's badass.
So it's made up from Damon Wilson is on vocals, which also Damon Wilson's famous for Threshold. He's been on various
Yeah, Threshold are amazing.
Yeah, he was on Star One. He's different.
Star One, didn't Star One have an album this year?
Yeah, that was on my top
25. I didn't get to it.
Yeah,
I think that would have made my list, but I just didn't get to it.
It's great, but it does sound not more like Star One. It sounds more like Arion.
Okay.
So it's more proggy versus heavy and chunky.
Yeah.
And Damian Wilson's on that, certainly. So Damian Wilson's on vocals, Jelly Cardelli on drums, Jupe Walters on bass and guitar.
I've heard that name. I know that guy from something.
Yeah. And he's on Jupe Walters on guitars and bass, Vivian Lalu. No. Jupe Walters on guitars and bass, and then Vivian Lalu. He's the one who's on keyboards. So yeah. What I'm starting to see is that there's a lot of bands like the band 2022 or MMXX. Mm-hmm. They're doing where they bring in guest vocalists, right? They're bringing in people to help them do these songs. Well, with fucking Lalu, dude, you have joining them from Stratovarius, you have Jens Johansson, you have Jordan Rudess, you have Marcos Fogelli.
So he's even having other keyboard players on his album.
Yeah. You have Mike Anderson from Cloudscape. Mike Anderson, and then Simon Phillips there too.
Simon Phillips, there you go.
Yep. And Peter Wildorf. So
wow. This is like a super group.
Yeah. So what's incredible about this album is everything, dude. This is what progressive metal. It's called Paint the Sky. Actually, let me put it up really quick because I'm like fucking stoked about this album, man.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a cool cover.
And not only that, I mean, Steve Walsh is in here.
Steve Walsh?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
On the song Paint the Sky. And let me tell you something. When you listen to this is like modern progressive fucking metal, dude. Yeah. But with like the 70s in it.
Wow. And that's up my alley.
Dude, and it's so fucking good, man. And it is what I love about it too is they actually bring back I mean, Jordan Rudess is there quite a bit, Simon Phillips, but I just love the idea that Damon Wilson is the one that's pretty much, he's the vocalist most of the time.
Okay.
And then they bring the other people subtly here and there.
Yeah, so it sounds more consistent.
Yeah, oh, dude. But I mean,
it doesn't just sound like a bunch of guest members and stuff, or guest appearances.
If you listen to it, I mean, the whole thing is a fucking killer album.
Yeah, I'm into it already. Yeah.
This is not something you should miss at all.
No.
So again, highly recommend Lalu, Paint the Sky, especially if you're remotely into progressive metal, especially 70s prog metal.
Yeah, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I mean, I already did my number one, so I don't know if there's anything else I really need to say about it. If anyone else, I'll just say what it was in case someone didn't.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Devin Townsend light work with the bonus disc night work. I put together both discs. For me, there's not one track of filler in there. Some of it took longer to grow on me than others, but I love every single song on there. And yeah, this is more along the lines of the stuff I want to hear from Devin Townsend, as to where I know some people it's not what they want, but yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I talked about it for a few minutes at the beginning, so yeah, I don't need to say it all again. Yeah, that's my number one, and it's like as soon as I heard that album, I knew it was going to be my number one, and I knew it wasn't going to change, and it never had changed. So that's been my number one since it came out.
Excellent. All right, what's your number one?
My number one is Kardashev's Liminal Right. To me, personally, this is probably the most perfect album that's come out the whole year. Mm-hmm. Cover to cover, amazing. Just the emotion of this album, it's overwhelming. It's a lot.
It's perfectly balanced.
It's perfectly balanced, and it's one of those albums like it just the tension builds up, the emotions build up, and then once you get to Beyond the Passage of Embers, which is the last song, I mean, it's just a big old fucking release. Like the breakdown is just a wall of sound. It's just so aggressive. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. It's brutal.
It's brutal,
but it's beautiful at the same time.
Like his voice is fucking amazing. Like he really knows how to like pour his emotions out when he's singing with his growls or his just regular cleans. Yeah. He's a talent. This dude is talented as fuck. Like you said, he kind of Opeth-ish.
What's interesting is that they're barely starting off.
Yeah.
And they're already fucking sounding like they're fucking incredible already.
Even their little EPs are really good. Yeah. Like the one you had showed me.
That's when we first started.
That's when we first started with that fucking song. Was it The Snow or?
I don't remember.
I can't remember the name of it, but
yeah. That's what we're like, what the fuck's what are they gonna do next?
What are they gonna do next? And that's when I told you, like, oh shit, they
just I was like, what the fuck? Where did it come from? Yeah, it just dropped out of nowhere.
It just came out of nowhere, and I was like, oh shit. But if they don't explode within the next year or two, they're just not getting promoted properly. They're an amazing.
They're on Metal Blade Records. They're gonna get fucking. Hopefully they're gonna get noticed.
They deserve it. They're fucking amazing.
They're already noticed, but I mean, they're gonna be touring, and it's only they're gonna be hitting fucking festivals. Watch.
Yeah,
you'll see.
But yeah, definitely, that's to me the most perfect album of the year. This album makes me feel like when Veil of Imagination came out. I can't stop listening to it.
Fuck, that's pretty damn good. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For those who don't know, that's Will to Run.
Yeah. So I want to rewind a little bit and go back to the first picks that I have from the previous episode. So my first, and we'll go to 25 to 16. So Bloodbath, Survival of the Sickest.
Yeah, good one.
24, Star One, Revel in Time, which is that one. And you'll probably like that one because it has a lot to do with time travel. And movies are based off time travel. Groundhog Day, Back to the Future, Terminator. A lot of the movies are based off. A lot of the songs are based off the movies.
That's awesome.
The coolest part that this fucking guy did, that Arjun did, was that he did alternate songs. So he did one set of songs with one singer, the second set with another fucking singer. So you're like,
he does that sometimes.
Yeah, he's fucking weird, dude. So what I love about
two different versions of the same album.
Yes, two different versions of the same song. Fucking
he loves doing that.
And of course, you have your master of everything, Dan Swano, on there. His version that he did with the Groundhog Day one, beautiful. Our Doors, Anatomy of a Moment. Another beautiful fucking, I would say, gothic, electronic, rock album. I believe she was the former singer of Tristania, doing her own thing. Fucking incredible. It's really catchy. Terra Maze, Flight of the Wounded, another Australian progressive metal band.
Did you ever hear about why Arjun, why he has people play on his albums? He literally has had a list, like since day one. He's had a list of people he's wanted to work with, and he just keeps trying to check off everyone. It's like hundreds of people, and he just every time he gets someone on an album, he just checks their name off.
But dude, he has people where it makes sense. Like he has people in there where it's like Annika van Giersbergen, or like
didn't Devin do a song with him?
Devin,
Michael. Did you ever hear the story about so when he reached out to Devin Townsend, he sent Devin Townsend an email, and this sounds really un-Devin, but apparently Devin just replied back with one word, no. And he was like, because he didn't know, first of all, he didn't know who he was. And he was like, so, he's like, well, I'm going to be persistent, and emailed him back. He's like, well, can I ask why at least? And he's like, I'm sorry. I get offers like this all the time. He's like, I don't want to sing someone else's lyrics. So they came to a conclusion. Well, Arjun's like, well, fine. That is like, if you do this, if you join me for my album for a song, I'll let you write I'll let you write your own lyrics. Usually I don't do that. He's
Yeah.
like, and so Devin was like, all right, fine.
Wow.
So I
That's
just thought it was funny. His reply, no.
I can see that.
But yeah, he it worked out in the end.
Actually, that would have been for the Human Equation. 2004, A Human Equation. He did a character called the Loser, I think. Really good too.
Yeah.
Fucking screams his ass off in that one. He plays a character, like, because it's a metal opera.
Oh, okay.
I like those.
Human Equation is one of the top out there. But Terra Maze, Flight of the Wounded, another great one.
I think I heard Terra Maze at one point.
Yeah, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, Legion with Damnum. Another great outside the box death metal technical stuff. A really good death metal album back with Dan Swano, Maceration, It Never Ends. Tech Death, if you're into super hardcore technical death metal, An Abstract Illusion with Woe.
Oh, yeah, they're badass.
Another great band similar to Opeth, what Opeth wants to do, what Opeth should be doing. I'm sorry. Disillusion, I Am, AYAM. They're pretty much their comeback album. They've been out for like 5 or 6 years. Another Native American band is called Necho Chuen, Kanawha Black.
Another, that's a cool band.
Yeah, dude, another fucking great melodic black metal band.
I wish I'd have heard that album too.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
Yeah, and my 16th pick would have been MMXX or 2020. Sacred Cargo. Another album that has who's who of doom metal singers. Aaron Steinthrope. You have Dan Swano on there. They have.
Oh, I heard about that album.
Yeah, people from Swallow the Sun. Yeah, people from all over the place.
From Daylight Dies also.
Yeah, Daylight. It's just a who's who of doom vocalists.
Yeah.
And drum roll, getting to number 1 pick of the year for me, it was very difficult. And it would have been number 2.
It's hard.
It would have been number 2. But you know, in prog metal, where they bring back that part in a song and they bring it back at the end, these guys did it. So these guys got the number 1 spot. And I'm talking about Charlie Griffith's Tiktaalik. This is the guitarist from Hawken.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
And just like that, I mean, you have people from other bands too. This is becoming a trend.
It's cool. It's a skull.
Yeah, it's a skull, and it is also reminiscent of like those 70s prog bands.
Yeah,
like is it Buford Anderson and wherever, you know. But again, these guys also have this whole trend. I love this whole trend of there's different guest vocalists. So let's go back to who it is. There's Charlie Griffiths on guitar, bass, keyboards. He does vocals too. Darby Todd on drums. Jordan Rudess does keyboards.
Cool.
There are saxophone on here. Rob Townsend.
Nothing wrong with sax.
No, I guess not. I guess. Then you have Tommy Rogers, Danielle De Jong, Vladimir Lalik, and Neil Purdy. So if you're anywhere a fan of Dream Theater, Between the Buried and Me, this sounds nothing like those bands.
No.
It sounds nothing like those bands. It sounds like progressive metal done the right way, though. It's okay. So it reminds me of a whole batch. 70s prog with the Opeth prog, Devin Townsend, Steve Vai with some of the guitar vibes, Dream Theater. If they all got together and they made a baby, this is what they would release. And I don't know, you can't just let this one slide, dude. Because there are aggressive vocals, there are all kinds of fucking vocals on it. Let me see if I can find it really quick so I can find some of the cool songs to
I need
recommend.
to start giving prog a little bit more of a chance.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So, first of all, when I saw this, I was like, Charlie Griffiths, who the fuck is that? And I again, a lot of times, I'm not based off of, I'm not really familiar with names, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't know he was in Hawken. But when you listen to like the songs, dude, in Arctic Cemetery, in Alluvium, Tik Talika, Under Polaris, when they bring back the lyrics and stuff like that, that's what prog's known for.
Yeah.
And this fucker did that shit, even though it's like a trope or like a fucking, you know, whatever. And he did it. And I was like, oh, outstanding. Another thing, you know, they're on Inside Out, which is known for fucking outstanding progressive metal bands, you know. So I can't wait. I'm gonna try to order all these albums as soon as I can, you know.
Yeah.
Because to me, they're just that fucking good.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Like I envy the people who are gonna listen to them for the very first time because they're that fucking good. You know?
Wow. Okay. Looks like I have something to listen to on the way home.
Yeah. I mean, if you're into progressive metal again, because there's people who called me a fucking pussy or whatever for listening to progressive metal, and it's like, it's whatever, man.
Different strokes for
I
different
can
folks.
listen to death metal too, man, and all the other shit. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to have a variety of stuff to listen to.
Yeah, it's good to have the variety, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I can't just stick to one genre all the time.
No.
I mean, look, I was telling Pascual, he just got this one from Nuclear Blast.
Oh, sweet. I don't have that.
Yeah, bought it for like $3. They're
That'd be
doing
cool
a
to
Black Friday
watch.
sale. They're doing a Black Friday sale. We bought 7 CDs. We bought 7 CDs on that DVD for $20 and paid 11 shipping, and that was it.
Yeah. What CDs did you get?
Let's see. I got. This is one of my buddies. Andrew was trying to get me into Scar Symmetry, so I picked.
Oh, I used to have that album.
Yeah, what is it? Holographic Universe.
Yeah, I used to have it. It's really catchy.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I don't know if I could probably, I don't know. I haven't heard it in so long. It's
Okay.
very catchy.
I know they're good. I've heard a few things. Yeah.
I think you like it.
Flesh God Apocalypse Villano.
Cool.
Was able to see them on this tour.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. Incredible fucking doom tread.
Oh yeah, that band is amazing. That's their best album, I think.
Yeah,
really.
While Heaven Wept.
Yeah.
You got that for $3? Oh,
yeah,
man.
I think this might have been like $250. Yeah.
That's an amazing album.
And then I've heard good things. Grand Magus.
Oh yeah, that's a good album too. That's my favorite album from them actually.
Okay. Yeah. So
I have a bunch of their stuff.
The other albums were for my girl. I believe it was Cellar Darling and one of the girls from Arion, Marcela Bovio. She had that Aztec band. I forgot what they're called. Mayan.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They're
Yeah,
not Aztec. They're called Mayan. Yeah.
Aztec. Close.
Whoops. Yeah, but yeah, we bought those for $20, man.
Wow.
They're Nuclear Blast is having a great fucking sale. I know Relapse was having a good sale. I don't know for who else. But yeah, it's a good time of the year to get stuff, and that kind of got me in the whole mood to start collecting again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I kind of got that the collecting fever from you, man. So I was like, I just want to start doing that again. You know?
It's never went away from me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish it would.
It becomes a thing where it's like for example, those top albums that I named today, for example, are like, oh, I need to buy those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everything else, like I don't mind streaming or buying a shirt from them whenever I see them pass through, but those I gotta buy.
Yeah.
That should be fun.
Yeah, totally.
Indubitably.
So before we go, any albums you look forward to? for 2023?
I'm not really sure what all is coming out. I'm hoping Immortal finally is able to release their album.
Yeah, Immortal.
It's ready to go. They're trying to finish the legal issues. It's already done.
Yeah, I thought they already passed that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's done. It's recorded. It's pressed. It's ready. They're still dealing with the legal issues.
But there's another.
Yeah.
There's more because I thought they already settled that shit out with that.
Well, now there's legal issues with Demonaz and Horg.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So bickering between themselves now.
Yep. So yeah, they're just working that out. Album's already ready to go.
Why bother recording with each other then if you're gonna be doing stupid shit like that? You know. Like,
I don't think Horg is on the album. I think he's been out of the band.
oh, I got you. And
Yeah.
he with them for a while too. So a while.
Yeah. So it's ready to go and everything. So I'm hoping that comes out in 2020.
Gotta be like royalty issues.
Yeah, that's gotta be royalty issues.
Peter Gabriel, I'm pretty is having an album soon, so I'm ready for that. That's all I can think of.
Nice. I didn't know that.
Off the top of my head.
I think as I'm getting older now, I'm starting to explore more stuff from some of the people from Genesis.
Yeah.
And I guess even further into other stuff. Actually, I would like to see, since you already had a leg up on it, if you're down in the future to do like a Blue Oyster Cult deep dive, or maybe not a deep dive, but you know.
Yeah. I love Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Here, everybody, you can see Meow Meow. Hey.
He's upset right now. He's not. People are ignoring him.
Because we caught him in the act.
He just wants to cause trouble.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He likes to step on the computer and shit. But you don't want to put your big balls on the keyboard? Stop it.
Because he's mad that you're not paying attention to him.
I know.
He looks like he's kind of sassy.
Oh, dude. Yeah, he's got that attitude for sure.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, he's a good cat.
Black cats are that way. It seems like black cats are the most moody.
He's a weirdo because he likes to get his butt slapped.
Like a lot of cats do. Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird. He's a good one. You heard him? He's like a little gremlin, dude. So yeah, I agree. There's quite a few bands that are out there. I guess In Flames would be my number one that I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
Other than that, Metallica's, because I've always I always root for them.
Yeah,
and it's not because like they tried, and it's like you know,
a lot of people like that new song. I don't think I've heard the whole thing. I thought it was all right.
Yeah. Luxaturn. Yeah, it sounds fucking. And I was laughing too, and I was like, man, this sounds just like Kill 'Em All and blah blah blah. And then people are like, fucking Metallica trying to go back to their fucking roots, fucking losers. And
no, they're not.
No, you can't
win, dude.
No, yeah.
You can't fucking win with these people.
They're not ever going to go back to their roots. They're not going to play 80s thrash metal again.
Nah.
That's not going to happen.
But I'd like to see Lars kind of throwing the kick around and playing a little bit more than his first act drum kit that he has.
I've heard his drumming on that new song is like the best drumming he's had in a long time. I've heard his drumming is like actually really killer.
It is. I was even like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah.
Well, before we go, where can people catch you, man, Eli?
Dark Hymns from the Cold North on YouTube and Instagram. You can find me there. I post usually on 2 videos a week on YouTube, and I got stuff I'm working on right now that I'm pretty excited about. So
if you guys are interested in black metal, this is your dude right here. He's your man, especially when it comes to like, you have a lot of obscure, you have tapes or you have demos, and you have a lot of stuff like that, and I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. It's like you have it. You know what I mean? Like it's cool.
Yeah. I've been doing an ongoing series, especially just about U.S. black metal.
Yeah.
I've done like I think almost 10 videos now, just based on the stuff that I own.
Yeah. Right on, dude.
Yeah.
Well, thank you much for joining, Pascual. Thank you for joining.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, we'll get together again, do something soon.
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right, guys, buy the ticket.
Take the ride.
Take the fucking ride.
Yeah. See you guys.